What's going on, Rico?
It's our 10th episode, dude.
Not double digits, bro.
Yeah, 10th episode. What a fucking...
What a roller coaster, bro.
What a waste of time. No.
Just kidding.
Maybe.
It's been a good waste of time, dude.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been good. We've been, I felt like we needed to upgrade the production here. So,
hopefully this episode starts looking and sounding...
Moneybags Rico spent about $6,000 on a new Canon camera over there, using a DSLR camera. Got all new tech. That's why you can see it looks way better.
You can see all the scars on my face and all the fucking imperfections, dude.
Yeah, you can see the cracks in my hands. Yeah. Fucking bloody cracks. No, I'm just kidding. I just
learned how to use it for the first time.
We just have the same shitty webcam that we bought for $50, and we just took off all the stupid filters and made it actually 1080p instead of
potato mode, dude.
Yeah, it's plugging it in, just the most garbage thing of all time. But yeah, I have a little sunburn, so that's why I'm so red.
Dang, dog.
But yeah, it looks a lot better. I know we're I don't know. I've been trying to not. I listen back whenever I'm uploading it to type out what the description kind of topics that we go over.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like the last episode's sound, so I think we got that issued on this. That we should be good now.
We should be dialed in.
So we did a test. We'll see what happens. But yeah, just trying to make it a little better of a. More polished of a turd, not just so blatant.
Not like a wet fucking sloppy turd.
Yeah, not so blatant. Just it's sneaky.
Yeah,
yeah. It's sneaky, decent quality.
Yeah.
And none of that, I know the mic is kind of expensive, but for the most part, all this was really cheap. Oscar bought most of this crap for $5 off of China. I mean, who knows? She bought this stuff from China. It's USB devices from China. I'm am I just plugging this in and getting key logged and what the fuck? This is from what's that one? Wish.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God,
It's some light rail from Wish. I'm am I plugging this in and but do they have remote access to my computer now?
Yeah, they have.
They know my
downloading all
yeah.
No,
I'm babe, you can't just bring in random crap from Wish with USB things on it. You never know.
That's how they upload child porn on your computer.
That's
and
the
get you
thing,
arrested,
dude.
Bro.
That's the thing, man. The scams are I like to think I'm unscammable because I've been scammed before, and now I just have I open the door into just the darkness, and I am it now. You know what I mean? You cannot fucking scam me, dude. It's
we all bought buttons from Lizard Lick and got scammed one time, but not again, dude.
We all almost got stabbed in a fucking hotel stairwell at SCR 2011 or whatever. Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
People know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. No. Yeah, dude. My dad, he took some cattle to the auction on Wednesday,
mm-hmm.
and I guess he was going up there with a coworker, and they started talking about how he wants to buy a backhoe. He wants to buy a backhoe for the ranch in Texas.
Oh, wow.
And so they start looking it up on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
What? Can we get enough murder in this town? I don't think there's enough cop cars just sirening it off.
It's constant, bro.
Jesus, I hope they don't hear that. We just ruined the whole vibe of them just for some stupid cop siren. Okay, back on track. So he was hey, check out this ad. It's on Facebook. They only want to talk to you by email. And I'm
no.
And he was just saying it looks really good and clean. It's cabin. It's actually indoor cabin, and it says everything works great and all this shit. I'm sitting there. They didn't even send me a picture. They didn't send me anything. I was just yo, you guys realize that
it's one of those
I was like, you shouldn't even really be contacting me.
Backhoesarelit.com.
Because my dad is Well, he like can't use email. He like doesn't know what it is.
We have a guy at work that's like that.
Yeah, no. My dad's just like, what are you talking about?
He's like the main foreman in the back. He's like, email? I don't know what that is.
He's like, can you email them? And I'm like, look, does it seem good? Too good to be true? I was like, does it seem too good to be true? And they're like, well, yeah, kind of. I'm like, well, then it probably is. I'm like, you really want me to like put my name on like a potential like phishing list forever?
Yeah.
Just to email this person and have them respond to me with the most scammed up, like, you had to be like, I mean, I don't know who falls for this shit.
It's funny because I'll always look at them too. Like, there's one called like White Knuckle. It's like a Western like leather company. They make like leather cases for knives and like random like multi-tool cases and shit. And I was like, okay, and I kindly went to shop now to see everything on there's like so expensive too.
It's sneaky, dude.
All those the t-shirt ones, it'll be like cool tees. You like click it, it's like $40 a tee. You're like, what do people do? Does anyone buy this? Like,
I don't know. Well, so like for a minute there, before I dove into like what potential goodness we can get out of this webcam that we have, I was actually looking into getting a mirrorless camera and getting like a what do you call it? Like a cam link?
Okay.
Just to like have way better video quality.
Yeah.
Like, just, I mean, if we're gonna be like doing this for a while, might as well not have like the shittiest thing on the planet. Like, try a little, you know. And I was like, oh, what's the good camera? You know, like everyone's like, oh, Sony A5100, and like they stopped making it a while back, and like everyone's kind of price gouging the used ones or whatever.
For sure. But
I was just like, I wonder if I just go Google, type it in, and hit shopping, and there was this website that came up that was like leotio like .com or something, and I was like, and then
isn't that just Tio Leo spelled backwards, bro?
Yeah, pretty much. And no, dude, this, I was like, at first I was like, wow, they actually have it. It says it right here in stock. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, why? I was like, dude, it's like the sales price, like at Best Buy, like pre-pandemic price, like even cheaper than that. It's even cheaper than that. And I was like, I don't know. And then I'm looking in the, like, I go to Q&A, like frequently asked, or FAQ, and it was like, is this a real business? And it said, why not? And I was just like, okay. And then I go to contact us. I go to contact us, and there's like an address. I Googled the address. It's just some house in like the middle of nowhere. And I'm like,
that's so real, bro.
So you're telling me you're running like this like big like retail operation out of this place? And then like I was just like, dude, this is bullshit. Like, who's gonna buy something off of some sketchy website? Like, oh, they have this video card I've been looking everywhere for.
The unfortunate thing is, I bet a lot of people do.
Do your due diligence.
Yes.
In anything, like, in other words, like whatever your hands find to do, like do it with all your might. Like, don't fucking half-ass buy something stupid. Like, do research on it. Find out what is up. If there's a website that seems sketchy, Google the shit out of it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Don't
just like this clear backhoe scam. Like, I was like, and then they sent me the picture.
Backhoesalit.com, dude.
No, backhoes are lit, dude. But like, this is not. Like this totally was like not lit. Like, I'm sitting there. It says San Diego, California, and I'm looking at the scape, like the I'm looking at the background of the picture that it's in. I'm like, bro, this isn't California. Like, this is like Vermont, or like, there's way too many. I was like, they took this picture during this drought. I was like, I don't think so, dude. This is like, just like, there's grass everywhere. There's like trees. Everything's green. It's all dark. And what's it called? I was like, I've never seen a leaf that dark green in my life here. Like, I don't think this is. I mean, who knows? But either way, use a fake email to contact these people. And then, of course, they're like, oh, yeah, my dad just died, and I need to sell this quick, and everything's good. Just click on this link and hit buy now, and we'll figure out how to get it to you. And I'm just like, oh, like, you think I'm a fucking idiot? Like, get out of here, man.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
And it's like, it's not even, like, just, like, Nigerian princes. Like, no. It's like, it can be anyone now.
Well, there's a lot of robberies going on. Like, we have people that steal people's credit card information and order guitars, and we'll lose about like 13 to like 20 guitars a year, dude, just off of fraud.
They don't think they just do it themselves.
I mean,
why? Because then the credit cards companies come back
yeah,
and say, "Give us our money back."
Yeah, they're like, this is like fraudulent. Like this person's dead, or you know, it's crazy sometimes. Like sometimes it's like pretty apparent that it's been fraud, and yeah, it's crazy. And one time we got caught up in a fraud ring. And they sent us back a box that they sent us our guitar, and it was just like filled with like fucking like hearts and organs and like. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you told me this story one time. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. Cause
Yeah, keep it on the deal, but like,
yeah, there was some.
It was just, it was fucking crazy, dude. And like, you just don't think that stuff is happening, but man, people are really trying to fraud people, man.
Are you wearing a watch right now, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, Rico. Sold that shit years ago, dude.
Yeah, man. I should have like. I'm sitting here thinking about like how to, you know, like how to invest money or something. I'm like, maybe I should have just been in this like price gouging game. Like as soon as the pandemic happened, like what's gonna be popular? Everyone just using Zoom and
just buy
Twitch and all this shit. Just buy like everything that like
just
you
buy
need.
Like third-party AirPods and put them as like fucking iPhone
just price
AirPods
gouge
like,
everything, dude. That'd have been the best. I bet you that's what hedge fund managers were doing. They're like, you know, we could like buy these houses like all across like Southern California and like have long-term returns, or we could buy all the Camlinks and all the Sony A5100s and just like price gouge the shit out of them. And you're like, oh shit, like let's do that.
Not a bad endeavor, dude.
Yeah, well, after the GameStop disaster, they were like, let's just short the ish out of this, and
yeah,
they got sent to hell. So there you go.
Fucking GameStop, dude.
Yeah, that Dogecoin, it almost came back. I'm almost not like just.
Someone told me at work the other day that like GameStop would buy your old phones from you.
Oh, I told you this story.
Is that, and they were like getting like nudes
and
that was
people.
That's the craziest thing, dude.
Yeah, I heard that story on the radio.
I never knew.
He was just like, I didn't have the money, so I was like, go ahead, dog, put my dick out there, like.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I do.
It was like so epic,
dude. Isn't that crazy though? It's like fucking GameStop, bro. They were fucking pushing it, dude. They were hustling, dog.
But that was a funny bit too, because they were asking for like $3,000. He's like, why wouldn't you just ask for how much money GameStop gave him for the phone? Like, you got $25, dude. Like, you could have paid that up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or just give him some fucking in-store credits or something, dog. Like, bro, like anything, dude.
So if you think back on all the episodes we've done so far, some of the bits are so good.
They're pretty damn good.
Like some of the bits were really good.
It's funny because as soon as we record them and we actually do it, it's instantly out of my head. Like I don't even know what we did or like talked about. And like I like rewatching them and just fucking laugh, dude. I'm like,
because it's funny.
Can't even believe that.
Yeah, I mean, we're all right. We're not that good. We're funny. We're funny because
we're barely okay.
We've known each other for a long time.
Definitely, there's a lot of chemistry between us.
We've had a lot of ups and downs,
and good times, bad times.
Yeah, you know,
slapbox times. Dude.
Yeah, we fought each other one time. It was fun.
Dude.
Not like full blown fight.
No, it was more just it was like a brother fight. It was like
fun.
a brother fight, dude. It's like me and my brother would do that all the time. Like you'd like let one person go at it for a second. He'd like come up and start hitting me, boom, 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 and then he'd like stop, and then like let me go, and then like.
Did you guys get in a fight with your dad one time?
Oh, dude, we fought like fucking everybody, bro. No, we didn't fight him, but like.
I remember you telling me some crazy stories back in the day.
I mean, we were pretty rowdy. Me and
go
Josh.
after Josh or something, and then you'd have to like.
Well, that's just like a brother thing, yeah. Like dive in front of like.
That's funny because when my dad like beat up my brother one time, I was laughing my ass off. I was laughing so hard, and this was like not even like me like making up some story for him to get spanked to like get back at him for him like.
You were just genuinely happy with him getting.
No, he got like legit beat up one time. I don't know if he was older.
Oh, okay.
It was whenever like, you know, he just wouldn't come home for like a week or something. He was like all cracked out. Like one day he came home and my mom's like, you gotta do something about Riley, like you haven't done anything. And it was true, dude. That was some fair criticism. was like, look, you're like checked out, like your kid's like life is going to hell, and you're just like fucking just, you know, and so he was like, I know what I'll do. When he comes home, I'll just like beat him up. And I was just like playing WoW. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and like Riley came home, and like my dad got up and like met him in the like a little hallway, and he's like, where have you been? He just was like, sex, drugs, and rock and roll or some shit. My dad just fucking like knocked him out.
That's the best response.
It was so
sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
It was so epic, dude.
That's like,
and then he just kicked him like twice in the face while he was on the floor, and I was laughing so hard. And I was just like, I was like, I was like blinding someone. I like got popcorn. I was like watching it. I was just like, and then I came back and like sapped him, and then like. Just doing some rogue stuff like shit from back then. And then afterwards, like I just started like going back to it now. That was a true story. But
damn, that's crazy, dude.
Even Riley isn't salty about that shit. He's like, dude.
Well, when you know, you deserve it. You deserve it, dude.
It didn't help the
situation at the time.
No, I mean,
I don't think that kind of stuff helps.
No,
really.
But it was.
It's frustration getting.
It
released.
helped in like a comedic relief sense. You know what I mean? Like that,
yeah.
Nothing funny had happened for a while, and then that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So like, it kind of lifted the morale of everybody in the household. We're just like had a smile on our face for like
that should be like.
Even Riley was like laughing. He's like,
that should be like the thing about getting hit. I always like made that joke. Like as a kid, like getting hit was like the best thing because like. You know, being hit sucked, and like that hour of you like getting yelled at and shit was horrible. But like the next day was like the best. You got like go to Toys R Us, get a toy, you know, like getting ice cream and shit. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Like extra nice.
I was like looking for ways to get hit. I was like, dude, I want to fucking get a new tech deck, dog. Like,
I need a new Mighty Max. Like.
I've already transformed this Beast Wars so many times. I need a new one, dude. Like,
oh my
yeah, man.
No, there's something to that. I mean, yeah, I don't know. My parents were never really nice to me after something like that. But I can imagine.
I feel like a lot of parents do it out of frustration more than like being upset.
Yeah.
So that's why that happens. It's like
we got spanked when we were young. Like when we by the time we got older, like we were, man. Until Riley like went off the deep end, like with his little stint of
sexual drugs and rock and roll,
drug use and whatever the stupid shit he was getting himself into. But you know, yeah, I mean, like we were always pretty young, and I honestly, like, I don't even got ill will towards it, like at all. I mean, spanking, like, I think it's kind of a good thing, but
I think it's kind of a good thing. I just think that there's like a
no one does it right.
No
one does it right, and everyone, I'm sure everybody's like, oh, I can do it right, but no. I'll tell you that like my dad did it good enough to where like I don't have any resentment for it whatsoever.
I think the only resentment I have is just like it never ended. Like my dad was the type of guy that would like yell a bunch, leave, come back in the room and like yell again about the same thing. It was almost just like a never-ending nightmare. Like you're just like, dude, you just yelled at me for this like 5 minutes ago. Like, can you like let it go? Like, he'd like leave the room again, and then like 30 minutes later, come back in and be like, and another. You're like, oh my god, like can we just end this? Just hit me already. Yeah, just fucking hit me. Dude.
Yeah, no, it was always short, and it was to the point. It wasn't like I'm doing this for no apparent reason. It was always like, what did you know? I don't know. If I told him. We used to get whipped by like
you told that
horse court.
Yeah,
and he'd be like, go out to the barn and go get it. We had to like walk it. It'd be so fucking tripped out. But
oh hell yeah,
you know, honestly, like, I mean, and then everyone's like, well, it shapes the kids. It's like, yeah, but like, I mean, as long as you're not like beating your kids like mercilessly. No, granted, I started out this whole story with like a vicious,
like a gang initiation.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like something that would happen in like fucking blood out, or like American Me or some shit, minus the like prison rape shit. Like,
oh god.
No, No, I mean, yeah, it was always it was in line. It was never for something that didn't deserve. I mean, granted, I kind of got spanked for stupid shit. Like Riley never did for stupid stuff. I would get spanked for like arguing with Riley or like arguing with my older brother. I get spanked for that. I get spanked for back talking. Like if my mom said something and I was just like,
no,
I would just like question it like at all. I get spanked for that, and it wouldn't happen then. Like she'd be like, "I'm gonna tell your dad like you just like back talking or something." I was like, and then like hours later it happened. It was just, but it's weird because like that was kind of anxiety inducing, but now I like almost suffer from no anxiety whatsoever. Like
that's crazy.
I can be in a really fucked up situation. Like last night, my brother called me and he's like, some creepy white truck just. I was watching the UFC fight and he's like, "Are you busy?" I'm like, "It's like the main event." It's like I'm like, "God no!" I'm like, I just paid like $70 for this shit. Like, I don't know if I want to like
leave
just
it,
walk away. Like, and he's like, "Oh, because some weird white Ford drove by. I'd never seen it before. I called. What's his name? No one's supposed to be going out to stink." There's like one guy who still has like a property out in the middle of the ranch. So he's like, no one's supposed to be going out there, and he just drove by super slow, and I was like, oh shit. He's like, could you try and go intercept him? I'm like, and like I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, like after this, I'll look into it. I told you last night I went to go like check to see, but like, you know, it's just like
fucking dark out there, bro.
Well, like, what is he gonna be stealing stuff? So I had a gun, take a gun, I go drive on a dirt road in the pitch black looking for someone who might be stealing something. And then that always gonna escalate the situation to like an nth degree. But like even then, like, you know, I got kind of a little bit of cold blood. Like I'm not like I don't get like that shit doesn't too much trip me out, but it could. I don't know if it has anything to do with me like getting spanked like 8 hours after I commit a crime, like you know what I mean, and just like when you're a little kid, you sit there just like, oh shit, I'm gonna get fucked up, dude. And then you're just like, but then after a while, you're like, you know what, it is what it is. It's not a big deal.
I did the job, dude. I need to take the fucking crime.
Yeah, it's like capital punishment, dude. Like,
I remember just waiting to hear my dad come home, dude. Hearing that garage door open, bro, my fucking asshole would tense up so bad, dude. I'd be like, oh shit, dude.
Would your grandma like say something about it to him?
And that was like the hard part, dude. It's like, how does a grandmother take care of 2 twin boys? That's like the hardest fucking job, dude. We were just such fucking pieces of shit, dude. Like, oh my god, dude. And yeah, she would just have enough of us, dude, and be like, dude, when your dad comes home, you guys are fucked, dude. We'd be like, oh my god, like,
yeah, no, it's not.
Just we were always grounded. That was the thing, and I just like. I think that sunk in more because it was like just taking away anything.
I would never get grounded. I never been grounded in my life,
dude. I would watch my best friends play outside. And my dad would just like laugh. He'd be like, "They're having fun out there." I was like, "Oh shit! Like, please let me out."
Yeah, no. So like grounded, I've never been grounded, but I'd get like, you know, licks.
Yeah,
like, pretty sick. And
it's funny because if I could pick licks. Like it's like you could take 5 licks right now and you could go outside and play with your friends. I'd be like, let's get this over with, dude. Yeah, let's get this over with. Dead ass up. Like.
No, that's kind of how it was, man. It was wild. It was wild.
Fucking, it's not easy being a kid, man. That's a fucking. It was a hard reality check for me, dude.
Well, I mean, like, you know, hearing stories about the shit my dad had to go through with his dad, I was like. You know, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, Different like, generations, dude.
I think, well, that's kind of the trend, right? It's like as time goes on, like every parent kind of does like a better job. I think technically my grandfather was like an orphan. He grew up in an orphanage with like 20 kids. And it's weird because they all grew to be like 100 years old. Like, how are the odds of that shit? Everyone from that orphanage all grew to be like 100. No one died before they were like 90-something years old.
That's fucking insane, actually.
And it's like, what were they just the shit they were eating when they were kids?
That's what I was gonna say. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Because, like, yeah, it's weird.
That's the trip.
You know, like, there's the food quality you got. Like, and they were at an orphanage in Mexico with, like, dirt floors.
Yeah.
But they would just, like, eat goat stew, like, all the time. And, like, just eat, like, kind of hearty, like, kind of good meals. So, like, I mean, And now that's why we drink Liquid Death. You know,
Yeah, dude.
we're trying to get rid of all the microplastics and save the world, dude. Like, if anyone's trying to sponsor us, you know, Liquid Death, dude, we're repping.
I'll let you boys, dude.
Repping LDs,
yeah.
repping the LDs.
Yeah.
LDs, goddamn it. Liquid Death, little darlings,
Yeah, bro. We've been drinking the Liquid Death LDs our whole life, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
No, it's interesting. So like every generation of parent kind of thinks they're like, I'm righting the wrongs
of my
and like, yeah, I'm trying to do better than them, and it's like, you know, at a certain point, you know, something goes wrong because the times are like jankier than it ever has been.
My dad did it better than his dad because his dad didn't stick around, dude.
Yeah.
And he just stuck. He's not even technically my father. He's my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
So he like took us in and stuck around the entire time, dude. We're not even his kids. It's just fucking amazing, actually. Like, shout outs to that fucking man, dude. He's a fucking angel, bro.
Yeah.
Took care of his own father who didn't fucking take care of him when he was younger, and I think my grandpa got diabetes and lost his legs, and his family that he like made after my dad like wouldn't even take care of him, so he would like moved in with him and fucking took care of him for his last years, dude.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like, it's like they don't make people like that anymore, dude. Like the caliber of man, dude. Like,
I remember one time when I was in Japan with Chilang, he was telling me how he'd like never be better than his father, and I was like, it was a very interesting conversation. And you know, he's like, you know, they escaped like they like swam from China to like
that's
like Singapore or some shit, or like something crazy like that. Like with his like little sister on his back, and like it was straight out of like a fucking Jackie Chan. Like, what was that movie called? The Foreigner?
Yeah, like the leaf blanket. He's just like. That was the best.
No, he told this crazy story, and I was like, damn, dude. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Like, you know. And then like all the sacrifice to like
to even get here, and like
Asian, you know, they like Asian immigrants, they do pretty well. And then one generation time, like they'll like kind of be pricks to their kids, like force them to like do good. But like I think it's a good thing personally. Like,
yeah,
I mean, like everyone's like, oh, it's too much. It's like, oh, what do you think they had to fucking deal with? They
had to deal with too much.
Fled like a communist fucking brutal place,
shit, dude. Yeah, you never.
It's like took a lot of chances. If you're a female, chances are
I've never left anywhere.
Very terrible things happen to you, like, and you just don't speak of it anymore. It's brutal, man.
Oh fuck yeah, bro.
It's brutal as hell. And
different world, dude.
Definitely.
Then you come here and you just fucking eat McDonald's every day and shit.
It's
like,
too easy, dude.
Fine, bro.
Everything's too easy.
It is.
There's not enough discomfort in our society. Like, it's just, you don't have to. I mean, and then the people who do have a lot of discomfort, it's like, you know, they think they like are. If you can get through it, like, you know, say you're like homeless as a kid or some shit, like, fuck. If you can like keep your shit about you and like get through it, like, you'll have an upper hand to anybody who like never had to like worry about a fucking meal. And it's like,
definitely,
it's like, oh yeah, well, like all those kids are like, you know, they don't even have to work anymore. Their parents like money like got them into some bullshit job, and then it's like, yeah, but like, what if they had to go into the dark with a gun to go meet some potential robber? Like, you think they'd fucking piss their pants and shoot themselves in the head, and you'd like, you know,
pretty much, dude.
Like,
pretty much.
You can hang in there with some.
I'd probably shoot myself in the fucking groin like that one guy, dude. I'd just like have it holstered, like I'll pull it out, just shoot myself,
That usually happens when you reholster.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, like your t-shirt will like go through the trigger like
oh god
thing a little bit or something, and then when you try to put it down, it'll like hit, just pull it. Yeah, I've seen videos online of people like. That's why if you're ever gonna like practice like from holster, like shooting drill stuff, you shouldn't do it alone because you might shoot yourself in the kneecap or something.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you need someone
to
like
dude.
Drag you out of there.
There was like a video I watched once where this guy was like jumping a dirt bike out in the middle of nowhere. Just built his own jump and was like trying to film this trick and just breaks his fucking legs. and it's just out there just screaming, and it's just like, yeah, you're just like, why not bring somebody, bro? Like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, if you're gonna do something dangerous, you should probably have like a
spotter, dude.
Someone.
Like, hey, dude, I think you broke your legs. You're like, thanks, bro.
And it's like, oh well, like I got a cell phone or something. It's like,
it's like, yeah.
It's like, what if you land on it?
What if, yeah, what
and
if
it breaks?
Yeah.
Or what if there's no cell service right where you?
Or what if you fucking break your legs in a weird way to where your body's all contorted weird, like.
I think about it sometimes.
You know, it's like, how do you even grab your phone when you're fucking like to like float that way? You're like,
no. Every once in a while, I'll be driving this. We got a water truck. We got a bunch of different big implements, and it's like a 10-speed. It's like a small semi.
Oh shit!
Like water truck, right? It's a 10-speed, so it's got 5, and then you can go into like a second set of gears, and then but there's like the clutch doesn't work, and then we're on like mountain trails. Like you've been up. Have you ever gone up on the mountain up in the ranch? Like
I don't think I've been up the mountains. No.
Oh my god, it's like Jeep trails, and we're driving this I don't even know how many tons it is, you know. And then like the brake, like we haven't like gone through the brake like system and like checked to see if it's okay. And like a million, and we park it out where like mice are just like biting shit, everything, and like. I mean, it's bad enough whenever we go somewhere and like turn it off and then we try to start it back up and like it doesn't start. And we have to like oh my god, there's all these tricks to get it to work again. Like we're so good at it now. Yeah. Like you just like go to the little fuel like water separator thing and like make sure there's like no water in there, and then like tap the starter and like do all this bullshit and like go to like the commonly chewed out wires and see if we can like. If they're chewed through, because like there's like little spots where the mice like to go. Definitely. And then you just like have to like cut it and then re-splice it and like dude shit. But like, you know, you're driving on this crazy windy Jeep trail in the middle of the mountains, and on your right hand side it just goes off a cliff, like off a cliff, bro. And like this thing has like no clutch. You can't like miss a fucking shift or you're fucked. And then like so you have to like RPM shit. Like
oh my god.
And then you can pull it out and put in another one in that little window, and then it's really hard.
Wow.
It's not that hard if you're like a professional driver or something, but like I'm kind of a shithead when it comes to it, so I'm always like sketched out. I'm like a little bit. I look over the edge and I'm driving. I'm like, oh god,
dude, that's terrifying, bro.
And then I'm like, what if I wreck? I was like, would I try to aim towards a tree before I really start to like get some speed, you know? And then I was like, what if like I get like knocked out? Yeah. Like, where would my phone be? It's like in my pocket up here. I'm like, maybe I'll put it in my pants pockets because it wouldn't fly out. Yeah. And I wouldn't be able to reach it. You know, I'm just sitting there thinking.
I always think, would you jump? Do you think jumping out would be a good idea?
At a certain point, early on, at a certain point it would, but once you start to go fast, it might not work out the way you think.
Fucking just ragdoll break every bone in your body.
I don't think you have a lot of time to react.
No, that's true. It's just like, that's terrifying, Rico.
It's kind of scary, but you just don't think about it.
Yeah, that's the truth, though.
You just don't think about
it. It'll paralyze you a little bit.
Yeah, you just like tap the brakes a little bit, and like before you start, you're like, it's working. Like,
we're good. Dude, I remember when my gas pedal or my brake pedal went, all the fluid left it. So I went to hit my brake once, and it just went all the way to the floor, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was fucking freaking out.
I drove a car like that when I bought my 240. The guy's like, I had some what was it? 300 ZX like or 300Z like brake calipers on it, but I put those ones back on and like I didn't bleed them right, so like the brakes barely worked. So we had to drive it from like Vista back to Esco, and the brakes like didn't work. It was the fucking sketchiest shit. So like if anything on the freeway would have happened, it would have been just.
If you had to slam on your brakes.
Oh no, you just would have gone.
Yeah.
So like no, that's fine. You gotta like plan out a whole drive. You gotta be on the shoulder. You can't be in the middle lanes in the freeway, because if it comes to a stop for some reason, you have to be on the outside so where you can just go out, and then there are all kinds of things.
Dude, that's so.
When you're going, scary. You have to like be going so slow so you can just like downshift until you come to like a stop. So like if you're going like 5 miles per hour, if you had your foot on the brakes, like it would stop. But if you were going like 20 and you had to stop within like 100 feet, you're not gonna fucking.
Where Megan used to live in Carlsbad, there was the biggest downhill, And for whatever reason, this light would always fuck me.
Turn red at the like last second.
And I just fucking, my brakes were all fucked up, dog. I was like, I'm dead. Like, I was just like, I'm dead, dude. And magically, I just like shook stop. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. It was so bad. And then, like I said last podcast, dude, I fucking only what was I talking about? Where I was like budgeting the things I need instead of like budgeting the things I want. I like budgeted those brakes, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'll get these fixed when it's like so bad. I like almost died. I was like, I gotta get these fucking fixed, dude. Like, this is fucking
It was so
bad.
funny. Actually, yesterday we went to Oscar's like grandparents' house. I haven't seen them. Like, they're all fully vaccinated now. So like, they're like, hey, like Oscar went and got a haircut. Should have got my haircut because I look like a.
You look fucking good.
I look like some David like from the Bible or some shit. I got like the haircut. You ever see the pictures of him? That's what it looks like. I got like
the shepherd's.
I should just walk around with a little stone and just like fucking slingshot
David and Goliath.
No, it's Fat David. It's like. Yeah, man. No, and it was actually funny because he told me he got scammed by like some. I was like talking about. Yeah, I was like, yo, my dad was like trying to like get me to get scammed, and he was laughing about it. He's like, dude, I got scammed so sick the other day on some website for like used DeWalt tools.
Oh,
he's like, it looks super legit. And I was like, you didn't check the contact us? Like,
like called Dairy Queen. He's like, what the fuck is
you didn't Google Maps the contact us address, bro? Like, for real? No, and he's like, dude, he's like, but like the credit card companies like gave us our money back.
That's
I was like,
good,
you're such a badass,
dude. That's fucked up, though, man.
But he was sitting there when I was leaving. You know, they always like to go like criticize my like 34-year-old vehicle, and like he's like looking at my tires and like kind of putting his finger in the tread. He's all, I was like, that's not even like the crazy part about those tires. I was like, they're like 16 years old, and he was like, ugh. And then I was like, yeah, man, like. I was like, you know, I was like, one of these days it's just gonna blow up, you know. I was like, maybe I can like if I play all my cards right, maybe I'll be the only person that dies. Like, I wanted to take a whole family of like kids. And he's sitting there like getting all tripped out. Looks like he's gonna like wet himself with like anxiety, and I'm just laughing. I'm just like, He's like, you know, and I was just talking about like investing money and all this shit. He's like, maybe you should invest in some tires. I was like, fuck that shit, dude. I was like, I'm trying to lose money on like, I'm trying to like lose money on some like lithium mine like stock that's like pennies, and like maybe we'll go up to like $1 if I like just like get lucky with some like new.
Yeah, fucking tires, bro. I told you about my tire that blew off my front bumper, right? I just didn't fucking. The wires were getting exposed. It was like one of those things. I was like, all right, like I'll get this thing switched out here pretty soon, dude. And I like parked it at my house in the morning. It was the day before we were gonna move in here, dude. And like, I was like,
I don't think I heard this.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna park my car close to the house, so when it's morning time, I'll just start moving shit right away. So I like go out to look at my car, and my tire looks bubbled, dude. It looks fucking weird. And I'm like, fuck, dude. And me and my brother were gonna get breakfast before we were gonna move, so I was like, well, let's just go get food, and when we come back, like, I'll deal with this shit, dude. Like, we'll go to discount. Like, we come back, bro. My fucking bumper's blown halfway across the fucking street and shit. Like, my tire just blew up, dude. And my fucking bumper ripped off my car, dude.
For real?
Yeah, dead serious. And my neighbor was like, yeah, I like heard it, dude. Like, it sounded like a gunshot, dude. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Was it off?
Like, fuck yeah, bro.
Oh, okay.
It was so funny though, because I was like, dude, this is like perfect, bro. Like the day before I'm moving and shit, like this just like happens right now. It was like, I've never seen some shit like that before in my life, dude.
Oh, I've had some funny stories, like stupid shit like that. One time we were driving on one of that Jeep trails out the mine, and we're on this big Ford dually, like big ass flatbed dually truck, and me and JR are sitting there all sitting here, and like he's like, what the fuck? And like the whole tread like came off the tire. What the? And we're just like, oh shit. But like it was still like, it wasn't flat. It was like, so we just like, dude, we're so Mexican, bro. That shit's so fucking funny. We just took all like baling string we had in the back and like we like wrapped the tire tread back on the tire,
like,
and then like
it.
made this like intricate like web pattern, like almost like tire chains, and just tied it up to the tire, and like we drove all the way down, dude. We were laughing so hard because there's a lot of rocks. Like it's a lot of like, so like we didn't want like a rock to poke that like exposed like
tire.
thinner, you know, like the inside of the tread, like that's like real vulnerable.
Oh yeah.
So we just like jankily tied this shit back up and all kinds of, man. Even the other day we got a flat tire at the Chili's parking lot in Vista. I went to go eat with like Oscar's aunt.
Fuck.
And then when I'm pulling into the spot, like the car's cool, man. Her new Camry is kind of cool. Like it said like the tire pressure was like a little light was on, and then I was like, huh. And I like looked at the little menu and it said like it's got like 10 pounds of pressure. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, I looked outside and I thought I could read what one was which, and I looked at the tires. I was like, maybe it's just like tripping. I looked on like the side because it was misleading. It was one number, the second number, the next number, and the next number. But this one was actually the back left tire, and I thought it was the front right one. I know it was like, dude, these guys. Yeah, I know this is a stupid ass car. So I looked at like my side as I was on the passenger side. I was like, the tires are fine. I was like, maybe the sensor just went bad.
Yeah. And
then we get back out of the parking lot, and then Oscar's now I'm driving, and I look at my side of I'm like, oh fuck, no, it was this tire the whole time. It's just flat. I was like, god damn it. And I had to change it. That was fun. But yeah, man, it's honestly, I probably should buy new tires, but they're expensive, dude. Those ones are shit, man.
I just get insurance at fucking discount, bro. Whenever they fuck up, they just give me a new tire, dude.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Shout out to discount, dude. They're fucking.
They're
looking
cool.
out, bro.
They're like, oh, we'll fix a patch and we'll patch a tire and plug it. I usually just try to plug my own because I swear most of the time they just do the same thing I would do. They don't take the tire off the rim. They just like get one of those
little fucking beef jerky sticks and like stab it in the fucking.
They get a slim.
Those are the weirdest.
I like those. Those work pretty good, man.
They're kind of fucking hard to do though, man.
They can be.
To fucking wedge that thing in there, dude.
Yeah, like, if you have like if anyone's ever in the market of these things, don't buy like the screwdriver style ones. Buy the ones that have like, it's almost like it lays across your hand like this, and then the spike goes through. Because you can really like
puncture it, and
then you gotta like
that's what we had to end up doing.
Drill it in, and then you get some context in it. We have like a million of those. Damn. I have to do that shit all the time.
That's a fucking pain.
And you just razor blade and you cut it off. Yep. It can be like if you're out in the dirt, like rocky ass shit, or there's ants all over the place. That shit's not fun.
That's a pain in the fucking ass, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, it's quick and easy. You don't have to like take the rim off. I hate taking tires off of rims, dude. Like, I often wonder what I'd do if I had to like quit my job, and like one of the options is like maybe I'd get like a truck and do like a mobile tire service thing because I kind of know how to do it all. But man, that work fucking sucks ass.
That's not fun, dude.
I don't like taking the tires off the rim. I don't know if you have all the right tools. I guess it's not as hard.
Okay.
But like, I'm always like using stupid shit, dude. Like nothing. I would nothing. Anyone. If someone who actually did that for a living would like see the shit I was using, they'd be like, "Dude, you're a fucking mom."
That's what's like the best about my tires too. I don't even have a tire iron, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm literally just like crescent wrenching it like a fucking sledgehammer, trying to like break the lug bolts to like get them off and shit. I'm like, it's so bad, dude. Like I've changed my tire with less, dude. Like, and it was parked up on a curb too. The fucking tire I needed to get, it was just so fucked, bro.
That's a way you could change a tire without a jack.
Is with the curb?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You can pull like your car up and then like have someone like sit up on the front. If it's like a back tire, it's usually a lot easier with the back tire. And you can like lift it up off the ground.
That's fucking
like kind of like
dude.
Janky jackknife it onto a curb so you can like pick up the back tire without a jack. Yeah, we've had to do that shit a lot. Like trailer tires out in the middle, like going out to the ranch and like a trailer tire goes flat, and like we just like build a ramp of like rocks up and drive up it so we can change the other tire off. It's like so shitty, but it works. I mean.
Fuck it, bro.
You're not always gonna have like everything you need. You just gotta improvise, I guess. But no, I have a impact gun, like a battery powered one.
Oh wow!
So like, it's you should. If you're gonna spend money on some more kendamas before, go buy a tire iron and like something to change your goddamn tire with. You don't have to buy tools to take the tire off. I have the
jack and everything. I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. Yeah. I had a bunch of.
It's like $16.
Yeah, I wasn't budgeting this day, and my lock on my car broke, and so it's just always open, and I had a bunch of meth heads on our fucking block fucking stealing shit out of that car, dude. So they probably took that tire iron, dude. They took so many dollar sunglasses from fucking like the dollar store and shit. Like I would laugh every time. I just have like a shitty pair of sunglasses in my car and they just steal them, dude. Good job, guys. Like you got another pair of dollar sunglasses, dude. Like congratulations.
What if you like lived on a street that was so sketch? So like if you had your door locked, like they just break the window, so you just leave it unlocked. So
you almost wish that happens, right? Like, at least you'd feel better about it. You'd be like, oh, those fuckers broke my shit, dude. But, like, my car, they could just open it. And, like, it was funny because, like, my neighbor, like, screamed at him once. She, like, saw him in my car. She, like, chased him with the broom and shit. And they, like, ran off. And
was it here?
No, it was at my dad's house. We had somebody selling meth on the fucking street, dog.
What are you talking about?
She was a
That's like a nice-ass neighborhood,
I know.
Bro.
She was a Hells Angels, like, madame, bro.
For real?
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit.
And I think her father owned the house and he passed away, and the mother was still like living there, and she was always gone working, so this girl was just fucking dealing drugs, bro.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it fucking sucked, dude.
That's insane.
There'd just be fucking people outside all fucking hours of the night and shit, fucking working on cars and shit, like all messed out, like just digging through their truck and shit.
Bro, like, we live in like the little property outside the ranch is just like you see like it's a big time like meth dealer thing. There's all these it's bad, bro. It's bad. It's the fucking weirdest shit, dude. It's crazy. It's like I'm still in the 90s over where I live. It's like, really? Like we're not over this bullshit? Because like back then it was like fucking prolific as hell. It was everybody crazy, dude. Whoever's watching this, your parents probably used to do meth in the 90s, like straight up. Like it's just,
my Uncle Chucky did crystal meth. But
it's
he did a lot of that shit.
It's statistically like likely that is the case. Like everyone was fucking on that shit back then, bro.
Yeah, it was wild that shit, dude.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe not, but yeah, in the 90s it was pretty popular. But still, it's coming back.
It's making a comeback, dude.
Come back on my street. Apparently your old street, dude.
It was fucking crazy, and like the cops would be there every fucking like day, just fucking like shuffling fools out of there. And, like I think they were like prostituting out there too, because this guy would like pull up in a van, and like a girl would come out and get in the van with them, and then like they'd probably fucking smoke and fuck or something.
Jesus,
I really don't know, but I was like, dude, that's the fucking hustle right there, dude.
Did you ever see Wilbert's Super?
Wait, what?
Can't even know that story. Not the prostitute part, but like trying to like hang out with some chick, and then she started like just like
doing meth,
and he's like, oh shit, like what the fuck, like. Yeah, man.
Shout out to meth, bro.
Nah, it's the funniest story, bro. When he told it was like the greatest thing. I was like, well, like,
did you hit that meth?
No, I was like, you better have like, if you like suffered through all this bullshit, you better have gotten something like fucking an hand out of it or something. He's like, nah. I was like, damn,
that's fucked.
It was really funny story.
That's epic, dude.
It was pretty funny.
Shout outs to fails, dude. They're like the best fucking shit. Dude.
That's the best, dude. You go down that road of like. You're like, I'll do anything for this fucking for a crack of that ass or whatever, and then it just goes down so bad. It's like,
she's like got a boyfriend. You're like fucking just like taking her out on a date for him and shit. And then he just like fucks her when you come back. Like you're just like, what the fuck, bro?
I don't have a lot of stories like that. But I know I've heard some stories like that. It's funny though.
Oh shit,
that
dude.
Shit's mad.
You like fucking dabs the dude. You're like, yo, dog, I treated her good tonight, dog. Like, thanks, brother. Like, yeah.
Just go home and cry.
Yeah.
No, yeah, man. should we talk about tire? One time I had a tire. Did I ever tell the story about how a tire fell off when we were driving?
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Dude, this is like the greatest story ever. We were like, it was me, Riley. We were going out to the ranch in Texas on like the dirt road. It's real bumpy and rocky and crappy.
Yeah.
And you know, we were driving and it was me and my two little cousins. They were like way like 5 years younger than us or something. Okay. So like they were like 15. You know, I was like maybe 19. I was like, you know, older. But it was his little Suzu rodeo thing. It was like this little janky Japanese Jeep thing, and fuck no, this was the most insane shit. So like in Texas, there's just like one lane like highway, and we're driving, and like earlier, like right before the tire like just blew off, like we felt the car like wobble. It was like whoa, whoa, whoa. We're like, whoa, what's that? And then we're coming up to this like bridge, and it's the most stupidest shit. We pull it up to this bridge, and all of a sudden, like right when we're like, you know, whenever like it starts to go down. Okay. Like we were going under an underpass. I think there was like a train track or something that would go over it. So it's just this one lane, walls of concrete, and right when we're about to start going down, the whole car just goes boom, and we're like, what the hell? And it's all, and then we see our tire just bouncing down the road next to us, and all of us in the car is like, ah! We're all looking at each other like, fuck, what? And it's all, and we're always trying to turn, like, and nothing's happening. It's just, and we're like, shit, and we just stopped right in the middle underneath there, and we're like, fuck, like, and then these semis are like, whoa, 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 like, back, like coming behind us, and then like passing blindly into oncoming traffic. Oh my god! And then other cars going this way, and we're just like, shit, like, fuck. And I'm like, Riley, like, I get out, I open the door to the car, and Riley opens the door to the car, and then the car was weird, and like he gets out to look at what, because the tire was on his side. He opens the door and shuts his door, but he doesn't put the car in park. It's still in drive, and I get out, and then I realize the car's like still moving, and I'm like, Riley, like, you didn't put it in park, what's wrong with you? And he tries to open the door, he's like, I'm locked out, and then my two cousins in the back seat are just going, ah, like screaming still, and I'm like, so I open the door, and it's driving into like the guardrail on my side. I'm on the passenger side, so I like reach over, and I'm like trying to grab the brake to like push it down, and the door is starting to hit. So like we're driving, and I'm sticking my feet out back here, the door's open, and like we're heading towards the guardrail, and it starts to like close the door on my legs, and I'm like screaming. It's like trying to crush my legs, and I'm trying to hit the brake, and finally I hit the brake, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like Riley's like crying, and she's like, I'm sorry. Like, the cousin unlocks the door. He goes back in. We put it in park. It was the fucking most insane shit. And
what
then
did you guys end up doing?
We ran over and grabbed the tire. We took it back. We started getting our tools together, and we realized it like stripped all the lug nut bolts. What like all the lug nut, all the bolt. I guess it kind of started like, because it's such a bumpy road. It started like backing out the nuts a little bit, and then it made it kind of wobbly, and then it just like was putting so much force on the little teeth, not the teeth, but the threads of the bolts, that it just like knocked all the lug nuts off. And then, so the lug nuts were all stripped. We couldn't even find the lug nuts, bro. They were like all gone. But we were looking at the bolt. We were gonna take nuts off of other tires, like one off of each tire, to have enough to like put that one on, but they wouldn't thread on because all the threads were shot. So luckily the phone worked underneath this underpass, and dude, I felt bad. We had to like walk up and like up the road and like kind of tell people to slow down, like there's a screw up and behind us a ways, and like go like, hey, like slow down, so they didn't like have a head-on collision. Like trying to like just,
damn, that's crazy.
And someone came with like a tow truck and like pulled us out of there.
That's insane, dude.
And then we had to like you had to like knock those lug bolts out, and then you have to like put them back on. You use like a like a bunch of washers and you put it on. You put it on tight and it just like sucks it back in. And then you had like all new things. It worked out, but man,
that's insane. Dog.
And it didn't hurt the like router, like the rotor, like the brake rotor or like anything. It didn't like fuck it up.
What the?
I know.
Pretty lucky.
I know. I was like, yo, it's like. I mean, it did, but it didn't like
destroy.
It didn't break any of the like components of the like caster camber arms or like any of that. Like, shit, yeah, it was a pretty hardy little vehicle, man.
That's the scariest thing that ever happened to me. It was raining. I was on my way home from work when I worked in Sereno Valley, and I might have just made it past Rancho Bernardo, and my fucking timing belt snapped.
Oh shit!
And I was like, boom, and I was like, I felt it instantly.
I was gonna say, like, what would happen if that happened?
I couldn't turn. I was like fucking forcing our car to like turn into the fucking on the shoulder, and I just like freaked the fuck out because it just happened so fast, bro. Like my heart was just fucking pumping, bro.
Damn.
Because it just like boom, just almost to like a dead stop instantly, dude. And just had to call fucking tow truck and AAA. Thank God I had AAA. And
it was a timing belt.
Yeah.
I swear that's why timing chains are better, dude. Timing chains, they like don't ever break like that. Fuck. I mean, I know they like get out of whack and you have to like retime it or whatever, but like
that's better.
I think it's a lot less likely to just have a serpentine belt like to break.
That was terrifying, bro.
Way more easier than a big heavy.
It makes me think about it too. It's like this is all just like rubber and tubes, man. Like,
oh yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Don't think too much about it.
You're like how doesn't this happen more? You're like, what the fuck is going on?
I know, and like I mean, like literally, like rubber today, like rubber, not like polyurethane, but like just regular like automotive component rubber is like greatly diminished in quality over the years, and like it's a miracle that like there isn't just more and more
on the side of the road.
Like you can like get your finger and just like rip a piece of rubber that they have in cars now. You're just like, oh Jesus, like this is crazy. They just don't like
cars are all weird.
Well, I guess maybe not original, but like if you go to AutoZone or like Napa or like what is it, O'Reilly's, like the quality of like replacement parts rubber is just garbage. To keep the prices down, they just like use Chinese rubber instead of like Indian rubber. And like India rubber is actually pretty good. If you can find it made in India, like if you're like, oh, it costs a little more, like don't buy the Chinese shit. Don't put a fucking Chinese USB fucking
no.
No. Probably got a keylogger on it. You're probably gonna like log in your bank account. Like it has.
Another thing too, it's like I hate changing my own tire because I just never feel like I do it right.
Oh, it's simple.
It is simple, but like I could only blame myself if it like fucked up. And like I was even just changing my windshield wipers, bro, and I didn't take off the plastic insert on the wiper itself. So like I drove for like a month with these like plastic inserts on my wipers, so whenever I'd use them, they like wouldn't work and shit. I was like what the? It's like these things are fucking ass, bro. I was like, damn. Then like one day I just like walk out there and like slide the insert off, and I'm like, oh my fucking god! Like I was like, no way, dude. Like I can't be trusted with anything, dude. I'm like, this is so bad, dude. And like
that's funny because those usually don't come with little like sleeves.
It was so weird. I've never seen it
before. Maybe to like have extra UV protection in case it's sitting like in a window store, and the sun hits it.
I think that's what it was
to kind of keep it from getting old in
like
the packaging,
spider webbing, and like fucking just deteriorating or something.
I mean, that's the only thing I can imagine, but most of the time it's not. I mean,
I couldn't believe it, dude. I was like, I'm the fucking best. Like,
one time, Oscar got like she got like a Rain-X treatment on her glass in her car, and bro, you don't even need to use the windshield wipers or anything.
There's like water sticks on it at all.
No,
that's insane.
It's crazy. It's actually pretty cool.
How much is that? Do you know?
I don't know what she paid for it, but it lasted a while and it worked very well.
Damn.
I mean, if you're just like balling out, you know,
fucking get some Rain-X, bro.
If you can just figure out how to do it, even. I don't know if it's a wipe on or like if you had to buff it on or something, but dude, water would just, it was non-existent.
That's pretty sick.
At least as like a barrier of like visual, like your vision, like it wouldn't impair it at all.
That's so good.
Like you'd see the drops hitting, but you could see everything crystal clear. Like
that's the craziest shit, dude.
And almost like if you had the windshield wipers on, like
Sounds
it's
like
more of a
fucking
like distraction and more of like a hazard or something.
Some fucking wizard stuff, dog.
It was cool, right? It was pretty bad.
That's pretty sick, dude.
I felt like I was in my Lexus or something.
The RX fucking wet, dude. Is it the 800, dude?
Alright, didn't your dad drive a 350?
He's still driving it.
He has that RX, dude. Those vehicles, dude. People,
I think he finally has to replace it.
It's so funny because people are like, "Oh, don't buy like luxury vehicles because like they don't like last as good as like a worker vehicle." It's like, bitch, like, dude, if you buy a Lexus, they'll last forever.
I think he's had it since we were like 10 years old.
Did he buy it brand new?
Yeah, bro.
That RX 350 model came out like in 2002 or something.
Damn, dog. That's
like that's like almost 19 years old or something. Yeah, dude.
He took care of it really well too.
Yeah, no, those are cool vehicles, dude. Any like,
it's so OG too. It has like a 6-disc changer in it and shit. Like it's like,
cool, man. RX, I swear it has an inline 6 motor and it's got a 2JZ inside of it.
Damn, son.
It's got the super motor in it, bro.
Are you serious?
I think it does.
That thing used to fucking boogie,
dude. It's a heavy vehicle, but that thing can bang, bro.
Dude, it used to
bang. Can fucking bang.
It was a purr, bro. It would just fucking purr, dog.
Yeah, the 400s were a V8. Like still kind of cool, but the 350s I think were inline 6. That was pretty badass.
That's so sick, dude. Yeah, dude. Shout out to Lexus, man.
They make good vehicles, dude.
They make some cool vehicles.
Even the old ones, like it's just like a nice Camry, and they're just bulletproof.
Oh hell yeah.
The little seats are a little springier, nicer.
It's like leather, it makes it feel better. You're like, dude, hell yeah, dude.
Chromed out rims, just badass.
Yeah, dude.
They're sick. I used to work at Lexus. I like that, but I like their vehicles a lot. They're really well made, durable.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that car, man.
It was a good car. You know who else had one of those? It was Richard's mom had one.
Yeah, dude.
And like it was all like,
didn't she have like the white one?
It was like
cream one.
It was like plastic on everything.
Yeah.
It was like all the seats were like wrapped in plastic. The floorboards were like around the steering wheel. I had like fucking like plastic wrapped around it. I was like, damn, this shit's clean, dude. Oh shit.
Oh, that's real though, bro. There's something to that, man. Like saran wrap, dog.
Yeah,
like
just like everything you could think of, dude. I was like,
it's like the most protective thing, dude. What's that movie with Jamie Foxx? Is it Booty Call, dude? When homie fucking wraps himself in saran wrap, dude. That was the fucking move, dude. He knew, man. Like, fuck, dog. That's so funny. Yeah, my dad's one. It was all cracked and shit, dude. That shit's all fucked up, man. Cigarette burns and shit. It's like so gross. That's the only thing I didn't like. He like smoked so many cigarettes in there. I'm like, ugh. Yeah, I kind of destroyed it. He was like,
where were we the other day? We went into the went to the Napa and Valley Center.
Mm-hmm.
It smelled like a Sizzlers in like 1996, bro. I was like, are people smoking in here? I was like, who the fuck is smoking in here? Like, it was bad. It didn't, unless they all smoked a cigarette and walked in before us, because it was strong, dude.
Ugh.
I was like,
there's nothing worse than cigarette smoke.
I could like taste like shitty Sizzler salad like on it. I was like, I just can taste
like a lobster tail and fucking steak. You're like,
you know, back in the day, it was like you order the smoking or non-smoking section. Like non-smoking, you're sitting right next to someone.
It's like
smoking.
one table,
like,
in the middle of like all the smoking. You're like,
the fuck are you kidding me?
Wasn't that the craziest shit? Smoking or non-smoking? Like, are you fucking serious right now? Like,
yeah,
smoking. Like,
yeah,
I can't believe that. That was such a cool like time, dude. Like, growing up as a kid, just like not being able to breathe in restaurants and shit. Like, that's so cool. Like,
pretty much,
it was lawless of us, dude. Like,
we're all better off for it, I'm sure.
I didn't have problems like finishing the fucking like Bulldog Run at Rincon or anything because of that shit, dude. Yeah, I was fine, dude. Like,
yeah, no, I think it's a good thing they fucking put it into that nonsense.
Yeah, that
but
was
I mean,
up,
it's easy to joke about it being like the best of times. Like, it's like Like these kids these days, they don't know what it's like to be dying like, instantly. Just come to this world, the doctor's like smoking. He like uses like your like cheek as an ashtray.
Like, he's like doing an operation on you with a fucking cigarette in his mouth. Like,
yeah, man.
No, that's how it was though, man. I watched this whole documentary on pipe tobacco and like how a lot of the older generation was just like, I used to be able to go anywhere and just smoke this fucking pipe, and now I like stuck outside like a fucking like dog, dude, just like trying to get a fucking smoke, dude. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
It's crazy because like it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't. It works to a certain extent, and then at a certain point, you're just like exploiting people that have like addictions. You know?
Yeah.
It's like
you get them addicted, and then you just start fucking them up.
Like there's like a point where like maybe you'll get a couple people to be like, I don't want to pay the taxes, but like, like in Australia, supposedly like. It's a pain in the ass to even buy a pack of cigarettes. Like they make you jump through all these hoops, and then you get it, and it has this packaging of just like a baby with its like head sawed open. And it's just like cigarettes kill, and then you're just like, fuck, what?
Yeah, I swear it's like how it is in Mexico. Because my friend was like, "Yo, I got some like Mexican cigarettes. You want some?" I was like, "Yeah." I just had like a baby's like heart dying. I was like, holy shit! Like, I was like, why would I want to smoke?
It's supposed to like deter people, but
I was like, is it just these ones? Like, I was like, I don't get it. Like,
I think it worked for like a day, and now it's just like doing like irreparable like brain like trauma to like smokers.
PTSD. There's like some kid who like saw a pack. He's like,
they like sleep at night, and they have these dreams of just like babies coming to them with their like
small lungs and shit,
just like black tar in their hands. It's just like, why, man?
Oh my god, dude! Yeah,
it's like
I'm like losing it.
The planet's all rise. You know, like Men in Black, the aliens.
Book, but or Bell. That's like the best movie, dude. The fucking sugar water, dude. That's the best fucking part, dude. Like,
how did he kill a Men in Black? The voice I made sounded like that weird little alien. That's what it was. Like,
oh my god, dude! I haven't seen that movie in a minute.
I was either gonna do that, I was gonna go release me, which would have got us on to like Independence Day. Yeah,
both great movies. Holy shit, man.
Pretty much.
Oh man,
oh shit, dude.
I can recount
the high quality podcast setup, man.
It's looking good, dude.
I know. I keep looking up at it. I'm like, okay, like,
what's up, boys?
And it did a lot of color editing.
I'm pretty happy with it.
It came out pretty good. I think it looks a lot better.
I think we're ready to start our YouTube endeavor, dude.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking about the other day was like how hard Twitch is to like actually like if anyone's telling anybody like just keep on grinding it out and streaming and eventually like something's gonna happen, like I'm pretty sure that's just like a bald-faced lie at this fucking point. Like, because like that's like an argument that could have made like a long time ago. It's like if you're just doing something, if you're just streaming a lot and you're good or whatever, eventually like it'll happen. But that's like what Ninja was saying like in fucking 8 years ago or something. And it's like, is that really like gonna happen now with like billions of people?
I know.
And what's the problem with the platform? Dude? This is like, so I don't know if anyone like has like drawn this conclusion up, but like the problem with Twitch is that you can only watch one thing at a time, and then there's not really a lot of like value in archive stuff other than like just rewatching something or finding something that happened. Like, so like no one's going through just watching old streams of someone else. Like it just doesn't happen. Like it's like, so everyone's competing for that one time that everyone's watching, and it's just it's not a good platform to succeed on. Like it's just not.
Yeah, that's
especially if you're just playing and trying to fucking, you gotta do something like different.
There are replay streams though. Like I remember Justin Flynn, he was a Pokemon streamer I used to watch, and he'd have the replay Flynn, dude, and he would just play old episodes
of his thing.
Yeah, and I used to
People would watch it.
I would watch it, but I think he was entertaining in a way where he would be engaging too. where he'd have a lot of Pokemon tournaments on his channel, and like, so you'd just be watching like the tournament pretty much. And then he would open up Pokemon packs, and they were like always kind of funny, and like, I don't know, I thought he was so cool for some reason, dude. And then he like got all esporty, dude, and like started going to VGCs and shit, and stopped streaming, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of his.
What was he playing? Pokemon cards or Pokemon?
No, it was like the video game. So I think he was playing X and Y at the time.
That's cool.
That was the funnest fucking.
The breeding program in that game was actually pretty good.
Sick,
it was pretty good.
That's the first time I ever played Pokemon for real, dude.
Really?
I actually bred a fucking 6IV team and fucking put the work in, dude. But like, pick the shittiest Pokemon though, dude.
I always that's
shout outs to fucking Pangoro, dude. The dark fighting type.
I always try to make like a rain type. With like
that's the sickest team though.
Like a revenge kill, like Jolteon in there, to like 100% like Thunderbolt.
That's
like,
the go-to.
It was so sick.
That's the go-to.
Like this team sucked ass, but it was just funny and cool.
Well, it's fun to like win on a gimmick sometimes. Sometimes you like have this one way of winning, and
well, it's like why, like when you're too mid maxi, it's like kind of whack. Everything's just like baton passes and hidden fucking rocks and shit. It's like, bro, I want to be one of the Pokemon trainers in the game that like has this like clear strategy that's like easily beatable, but like at least they have some like character.
Well, you gotta bait them. That was like, I used to play a Crawdon. It was a water dark Pokemon, really slow, but he hit like a fucking truck, dude. And he had Dragon Dance as one of his moves.
Oh, Dragon Dance, okay, yeah.
So I would like do it. Oh, I just like hit this with my ring. I like did this like, I would like bait somebody in a good switch, and I would Dragon Dance with him, and I would just wipe a whole team, dude. Fucking Crab Hammer, fucking. It was just like the sickest thing, and like, yeah, he was so easily beatable, but like, if you got that Dragon Dance off, dude, they were like fucking scared. They're like, holy shit, man.
My back is like going up for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's what's up. Yeah. I just like, in my mind, I was like, I want to be able to like have an outfit, like figuratively on, and someone would be able to like guess what Pokemon are on my team. You know what I mean? Just have like an umbrella and like a poncho and like a fucking like taser in my hand. It's like, oh, I know what you're doing. You know, like make like a little like 8-bit version of me and put me in the game.
Well, that's
like,
what was cool about X and Y. You might have been able to do that, dude. Because you could like pick outfits and shit. And, like I swear, dude, I had like a different outfit for like every like thing, dude. It was like so
yeah, they got like a
sick,
Politoed and like a fucking like I can't remember. I had like what was that one? The one that like Lapras or some shit. I had a bunch of water types that could do rain, and had a lot of like just. I think the only other thing I went down was like maybe like have some kind of ice moves to like substitute like my weaknesses in some parts, but for the most part it's really one dimensional.
Dude, fuck yeah, bro.
But I'd always try to keep it raining and then use Jolteon just to like murk people.
That's what you gotta do, bro.
It was pretty
Jolteon's
cool.
the coolest Pokemon too.
Pretty much, yeah. And then just like baton pass out or something.
Yeah, dude.
But like one like that had like a lot of defense or something. Someone that was just like tough as balls.
I like to like stall people. I think that's like my favorite way to play that game. Like slowly burn them, and then like I had a Trevenant. It was a ghost grass type, and they had a build form called Zombie Tree, where he had a move called Harvest, and you'd give him a berry to hold, and if he ate it, he'd like regenerate a new one. And it'd be random too. So sometimes it would proc so much. Sometimes you get hit, eat the berry, proc the berry again, eat it again, proc another berry. Like it was fucking insane, dude. Like he was unbeatable. And then you'd have like leech life and so many ways to like get health back, and I would just slowly fucking whittle the team down with this one Pokemon. I thought it was like the coolest shit, dude.
That's pretty badass.
Fucking like 45-minute games and shit. Just
was this something you concocted on like Pokemon Showdown or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just a couple
Pokemon Showdown was badass.
Dude, I never played the game anymore after I found Showdown, dude. I just kept playing Showdown, dude. I was like,
yeah, Pokemon Showdown was pretty tight.
It's so fun, dude. Yeah, we used to have like little tournaments at work and shit while we're like supposed to be working. We'd just be like,
it's funny because like people thought like Pokemon Go was cool and shit. And it's like,
I was the biggest.
Pokemon Go is kind of cool, but Pokemon Showdown was like way cooler.
I used to hate Pokemon Go, dude.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
So much shit. I never even got it, dude.
I never played it, but I honestly like every once in a while like see some people walking around like to this day.
I know.
Like a mom and her kid walking around like in Pokemon Showdown. I was like, you know what? Maybe this wasn't
me and Josh like
thing.
Went to GameStop once and like thought there was a line in front of the door and shit. So we like waited in this line for like 25 minutes, and then we just like found out
They were doing like a battle.
Pokemon Go.
They were doing like a gym battle.
Like, you guys in line? They're like, what line? We're like, okay. We just like walked inside. We were like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yeah, that Pokemon Go shit was getting me. We'd go to a park. Me and Megan like went to a park to eat breakfast once, and there was all these people there, and she's like, what are they here for? And I was like, bet you it's Pokemon Go. And like, they're like. Like all like, yeah, I just caught this Pokemon. And I was like, holy shit, dude. It's everywhere, man.
Hell yeah.
We should have just like made one of those drop points where we could have like jumped somebody and stole all their shit, dude. That'd have been the fucking funnest shit, dude. I can't believe that shit.
Just left a Chinese USB device on something that said Pokemon Go, and they put it in and just like hacks all their shit. I'm like, no. I like how that's how I try to like run these like podcasts. Like I think it's something funny, and then like throughout the whole episode, I'll try to like inject that one idea into
that's
like
what comedians call a callback, dude.
Is that what?
Yeah, dude.
Like a USB hack finds out.
Oh my fucking gosh, dude.
Hell
Yeah, man. But oh my god,
it's so good.
Oh my god, dude. But back to the YouTube thing, it's like I feel like a majority of the things I do watch is YouTube.
That's because you're not limited by time or if someone's live or.
It's cool because if you're subscribed, it's like, hey, dude, like this guy just dropped this video.
Well, me personally, I don't even watch videos that require any like a video element. I like YouTube a lot. I really like it, but like most of the time, I'll listen to like almost like. Most of the time it's just audio based. Like there is a video element to it, obviously, but like it's not the point of like it's not why you're watching it. It's just people talking or like whatever, you know. So it's like I can listen to it often, and it's pretty cool. I almost want to buy like the upgrade version so I don't have to keep the screen on.
Yeah, I know.
That I was trying not to curse a lot on this episode, but that shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like,
I've been cussing this whole time. I told Rico I was gonna like stop him.
Well, Mom's like, I want to play a part of your podcast for my mom. I'm like, don't even think about it. I was like, you will be looked at as a lesser person. Like they won't even like.
I appreciate that though. My brother like showed my dad, and I was like, why did you do that, dude? Like now I'm like embarrassed to like look at him in the fucking eyes now, dude. Like,
but you always give him a good shout out.
I try to, but I don't know. It's a weird concept. Like I wanted to tell a lot more friends to watch, but then I like think about it. I'm like,
I'm like actively combating this, like being more of like I don't want it to like go out to like a greater audience than just people we know or whatever. I mean, maybe one day we might do something different, and then we could like. We've obviously gotten better as like conversationalists, and like we would be getting better and like figuring out more technical things and you know just educating ourselves like
definitely.
On you know audio and video and how to kind of how to have a better conversation. And maybe one day we might do something else where we actually do try to like peddle it like a bunch of losers, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't do it on fucking Twitch.
I know.
I wouldn't do it on Twitch. Maybe it's like an archive thing, but like.
Well, I think it's kind of cool. Like
okay, so say I wanted to play video games. Like this is just me. I know other people are what's called. But like if I wanted to play video games and I was like actually trying to do this, like as some kind of money making thing, what I would do is I would get a good quality camera because that is like. Apparently like the only way to like it helps
for sure
a lot if you have a shitty camera and if you're like if you're like super undeniable, like if you're like one of the best players on the planet or some shit, like you can get away with having like some just dumpster fire camera. But like if you're just a scrub, not a scrub, but like if you're not like that super high echelon, like if you have a better camera, it will get more eyes on you. So. And if you do more like post-production type like editing things to like try and make it so like I would stream on Twitch and it doesn't matter if anyone even fucking watches it, but afterwards I would then make clips and put them on YouTube, because that would be a lot easier way to actually like make a living, because you're not competing for that. You know, if I'm live playing fucking Alpha 2 or something, and then like Justin Wong's like also like playing, you know, like who the fuck are someone gonna watch? Like they're gonna watch fucking me, or they're gonna watch them. But like if I could make a video and put it on YouTube that's better than fucking that person, and like, you know,
look at Justin Wong.
His YouTube channel is doing pretty good.
Really good,
and his camera sucks balls, bro. And it's probably the same camera that we have.
I know.
But he just doesn't take the time to try and make it look nice.
Nah, dude.
And why not? I mean, he's just like, he's so good. Why
effect,
would he like, you know, I'm worried about landing like Rogue Infinites and fucking X-Men versus Street Fighter. I'm not worried about the goddamn camera. Like, yeah, here you fucking scrubs. Like, and I don't even think like green screen matters. I think like if you can just have a clean room.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you have some like mood lighting or something, like it can really
change things.
And then you get a good mic, people can fucking hear you. You put like a limiter so you don't hear keyboard clicks and you sound like a fucking moron. And then you put a limit. You also put like a range thing on it, so like if you go, it doesn't like blow the mic up,
blow everybody apart, dude.
And like you don't. It doesn't even have to be like, yeah, that Sterling Audio mic is expensive as fuck. I bought it for Asuka for Christmas like years ago, but she like never used it, so I was like, bitch, I'm taking this shit back and I'm gonna do something with this. Like, you know, but yeah, like you could have like a $40 fucking just mic and it could do better than the stupid headset thing. The headset's just fucking worth. Talk about a waste of time, like Jesus Christ. But
well, and you can do some more like entertaining stuff, dude. You can like, it's hard because playing a game, it's like how entertaining can you really be? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think we all suck too.
I wouldn't think I would be that entertaining.
Not even like actually skill wise. I'm like personality wise. Like none of us are like doing anything fun. like crazy.
I forget who it was that Vincent was telling me. I think it's Mike that plays SnowRunner. It's just like a American Truck Simulator, but like you're like on the ice roads and shit. And like I think those games are so fun to watch someone play because it like creates like a different atmosphere, dude. Like they're like fucking never drove a truck before. They're like trying to like get it done, dude, and like all the fucking shitty things that can happen. It's just funny. I think that shit's funny to watch, dude. I love when people play like just random games that like might not even sound that interesting, dude. Like The Hunter, Call the Wild. I've like watched so many people stream that shit, dude. It's like insane, dude. It's kind of fun, bro.
It is cool.
You know, there's something to say about role playing a little bit.
Well, after a while, you start to get into it.
It's pretty funny too.
That's kind of why I like PUBG sometimes. Like every once in a while, you get so like into the game, like you feel like it's actually you.
Yeah.
Like it's weird, and you get scared.
Yeah, no. Fuck.
When something like, and it's not even like VR. It's just like you're just playing, but you're like, you keep your eyes open so much. Like in those games that like are more like, you have to be vigilant, like with your like what's going on in all my surroundings. So like that Hunter Call the Wild, like you kind of are looking around so much that you kind of like lose yourself in the like, you kind of like put yourself in that like position, and then every once in a while like a barrel pop out, like fucking scare the shit out of you, and then you start running at you and you're just like, nah, like it's so scary and crazy. You're just like, holy shit.
No, that's how. That's what I always thought. Rust was a fun game to watch too, because I don't know what it is about it. It just causes you to troll. Your only goal in that game is to just make someone's life a living hell, dude. Like you just get out and like door camp somebody and like.
Isn't it kind of like what was that one game that was really popular? Minecraft.
Kind of.
Because everyone like. Because you build stuff, right? And people would come and try to, like, fuck with you.
Yeah, I think that's a game mode in Minecraft, though, right? Isn't there, like, a bunch of different game modes or something?
I don't know. I never played it.
Okay, this is kind of the same thing where it's kind of like PUBG in the sense that you're, like the gunfighting and shit. Like, there's, like, you got to learn how each gun shoots. There's bullet drop. But the difference is instead of, like, finding the guns randomly, you're finding the blueprints to make the guns. And you like have to.
Are they real guns in real life, or they look like, or do they look like they're like pipe guns?
They're real guns in real life.
So like you can build an M16 out of.
Yeah, but you have to find like they look kind of shitty. Like I think they're like No, they look fucking like a real gun though.
See, they should have like designed their own weird little like.
What it is that
guns,
you
like
find
like something.
They are like that. There's skins. There's skins that you can buy that make them look.
Okay, because like if you're finding a blueprint to make, you're not gonna come out with.
Well, like, what it is you actually you find these weapon crates, and then when you open the crate, it'll have an AK in there, and then you take the AK home, and then you deconstruct it to learn the blueprint.
And then you just make it.
And then you just make it.
And then you make the receiver out of a shovel.
Well, you gotta find. Well, no.
You know you could do that, right?
That's fucking sick, actually.
People like get like the little tiny hand like square shovels for digging trenches, and they like press them into like AK receivers, and they actually work. And then the rifle stock is like the little wooden handle that like comes back that you grip the shovel.
Sick, dude. That's pretty much what it is. You're just looking for like a pipe, a spring, like, you know, random shit like that, and they just make mats and you fucking build it. I don't know. It's kind of cool. But there was one time like it just has a hunter prey mentality where you're either the hunter or you're the prey, and you're always the prey, dude. You're never the fucking hunter. It's just like so fucking funny, dude. You like walk out, you're like getting fucking attacked by someone just for no reason at all too. They're just like chasing you down. You're like, leave me alone. They're like, you're dead, kid. Like it's like the
Can
fucking,
you talk to people?
Yeah, you just like troll them the whole time. And I remember one time we finally like made our fucking like trap base. We were like trapping people. We like got all this loot. We got a flamethrower, and we like went to this guy's base and like tried to like loot it, and they were on and we didn't know. And they were like, they like opened the door and start shooting at us, so we're like shooting back, and like they close the door and we're just pickaxing their fucking front door, and it takes like fucking 15 pickaxes to get through a door. And they're like, you guys are never gonna get through. And I was like, well, I don't got shit to do today, dog. Like I'm just gonna sit here all day. It's like, he's like, okay. Like I was like, I hope you have fun.
Just like, kid?
Yeah, he's like, please stop. I was like, I hope you have fun sitting in there all day, dude. Like, I'm just gonna like break through and take all your shit. We like flamethrowered it down. It was like the coolest fucking shit, dude. Like, for the first time, we were like fucking bullies in that game. We were like, this is so fucking cool, dude. It was so cool, bro.
Did you guys kill them?
Yeah, we like
take all their
they
shit?
Finally logged out. We like got in, killed them, took all their shit, and like went to our base and just like laughed about it. It was like the fucking coolest shit.
That's kind of hype, actually.
It was fucking because it's happened to us so much.
Yeah.
There was one time where one of our friends.
But if you have the blueprints, you can just get all your shit back, or what?
Yeah, you just make more, and you got to find all the materials to make them. So, but it is it can fucking hurt you. You know, you lose some shit, and you're like fucked for like a couple hours, dude. Yeah. One time, one of our coworkers.
Because you had to pull that time in to get back to where you were. And that's kind of like
the fucking pain in the ass. One time, one of our coworkers was gonna play with us. We're like, get this game. It's fucking sick. We'll all like be on at one time, and we get on in the morning and he's on, and we like all start making this base. And me and Jeremy had to go, so we're like, hey dude, we'll like be back on later. And we didn't even have his number yet, and like he's getting on and he's like doing all this shit, and he wants us to know what he's done. So in the game you can actually write a note, and he put it in our loot box, and he just like wrote this note. It was like, yo, I did all this fucking cool shit. Here's my physical real number in real life. Call me and tell me when you guys are getting on.
What?
So like me and Jeremy get on later, and we have two bases. That one got looted. So we like ran back to our first base that we initially made, and we're like in there, and the guys were still in our other base, and they come by our base and they're like, hey, thanks, Jesse. Like they read the note he wrote, dude.
Oh shit.
And he was like, thanks, Jesse, for all the fucking loot and all this shit. And we're like, well, me and Jeremy are like, how do they know Jesse?
You guys left the note outside?
He left the note in. When they looted us, they just took the note out of that fucking box he left for us.
Oh shit.
And they like got his real number in real life and shit. We
God.
were laughing so hard about it. We were like, that's the best thing that's ever happened. Like, they could have like called him and trolled him for fucking days and shit. They didn't. They never called him once, but we were like,
that's always cool about games where you can write letters. Sometimes, no, I used to like write people letters like in WoW back in the day. Like, I'd like write these like crazy letters. Just be like, hey man, like I'm gonna quit playing, but like you were like the only cool person out here. Like, I was like all those games we like doing Battlegrounds back in the day or this or that. Like, good shit, man. Like, I'm out of here though. Fucking. after I saw
Here's
like
an old dude.
yeah,
Like,
after they just like killed, they're gonna like get rid of Vanilla. Like I'm over it, but like it was interesting because I kind of played by myself because everyone switched to Horde, and I didn't want to switch.
you're a fucking legend, dude.
No, it was probably a bad idea. Well, who knows? I probably would have got stuck playing that game forever, and that will. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't think it is, man.
I think I kind of got out like barely.
It's funny because like I'm always out and in, and then out and then in. I've never stuck around
for a while.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
was
I'll
super
get
into it at one point, but no, I kind of even while it was still in like its original thing, like I would still take breaks just because. Like once everyone quit on my side and I'll switch factions, like I was still kind of high level, so they were like all restarting from scratch on Horde side, and I was just like, I'm just gonna play like Day of Defeat for like a couple
dude,
months.
Fuck yeah, bro, that's a fucking.
I kind of like quit, but then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep playing the game, and then I got back on.
It had fun parts.
It was crazy though, because at one point I took such a long break that they got ahead of me. Like Joey was like level 60 before I was even, and then like I don't remember what level I was. Like we got in a fight. He was like a resto shaman or something, and I was like I played rogue, and like I think he was a skull to me, and I killed him. And
that's so epic, dude.
And I was like, you guys are a bunch of turncoats. Like get the fuck out of here. Like you should have stuck with me. I could have like carried us all into like unorchestrated like attacks and got us all killed. I was like, you had your chance, dude. You had your chance.
Yeah,
I'm like, people can read on the Horde side. I'm like, what'd you say? Like,
It's like so epic, bro.
That fucking game, man. That was so much fun back in the day, dude.
it was fun. And it's still a good game. I don't know. Everyone's playing Final Fantasy now, though, aren't they? For like MMOs.
I think so. I mean, I keep seeing it on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, but they had those live Final Fantasy like reveals, dude. There was like a new level they're working on. I think it was for the MMO. I was like, dude, that's
on
sick.
YouTube, I saw a random clip for some new MMO that's coming out called like Ashes of like Balls or something. It's called like Ashes of Creation or some stupid shit.
I think I know what you're talking
It
about.
looks pretty cool. I almost been down to
Was
play.
it like the fucking the fighting styles of it? Like I remember seeing one MMO that was coming out that looked so like the combat looked engaging, dude.
What I saw was like a video saying like why this is probably gonna like why the like people hyping it up are actually like screwing up the release because it's gonna get like too overhyped. But he was kind of going over. It was a well-made video, kind of going over all the like aspects of it. I didn't watch the whole thing because it was like, if that's all it's gonna talk about, I'll give a fuck. But it kind of like, the thumbnail was good enough, and the guy was, he was. I kind of like those videos about like game reviews where they do like a good job instead of just like if they actually like edit the game, like the video they have of it, they like really do a good job of editing and narrating it. Like I kind of like I can get into some of that stuff, but I don't really usually get too much into it.
I feel you.
I'd rather do different things on YouTube, but
I'd rather watch.
I can watch a video like that for a couple minutes, and I'm like, damn, this guy's good at what he does, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, well, no, that's not for
me. Good video though.
Good video. Good video.
Yeah, if it's not like Marty Robbins or fucking Zorro fucking lo-fi hip hop right there, like that's all I like watch on YouTube. It's so bad. I'm just like looking at it right there on my second monitor. It's like country songs and lo-fi hip hop from fucking One Piece, dude. That's it, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
You gotta keep it real sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
Watch some westerns on YouTube. I watched what was it? I keep forgetting the name, dude. Forget the name of it right now. It's a John Wayne, dude. I think it's Rio Grande.
Rio Grande?
Yeah, it's one of my.
That's a good
fucking
one.
Good one.
That's
dude.
a good movie.
Fucking so good.
You gotta watch Cowboys.
Cowboys.
John Wayne.
I'm fucking
good.
there, dude.
It's
I'm
good.
fucking there.
That movie's insane, dude. The little kids like get all these prostitutes. It's like so sick. You know what I was thinking about the other day, bro?
Right.
Was how crazy some of these movies. Like, I literally was like thinking about this shit because I was like, 16 Candles is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's a fucking rough one.
And I was thinking about it, and I was like, dude, that movie's kind of fucking like racy.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Like not like there's the obvious like the like really racist name with the Japanese guy. I'm not mean like racy like as in like racist.
No, it's just a lot of things they're
I
talking
mean
about.
like it's like borderline pro rape.
Yeah.
Like it's like what is this? Because like it always like was kind of like I love that movie. It's really funny and it's really good. I think it's a good movie. And like the main hunk guy isn't like the greatest character in that like John Hughes era of those characters, but he's not like the worst. He's not like the guy from Pretty in Pink. That guy is an absolute zero. Like, could there be any more of a zero in a movie ever than that guy? It's like really
shots fired. Bro.
You should have stuck with Ducky, dude. This guy's got. Could you pick any more of a fucking zero than that guy? Absolutely, positively, dude. Like just a waste of time, bro.
What was up with rapes in movies like that too? Like, remember Kids?
He tells no, that's like that was supposed to be like that.
That was dark as fuck.
I'm talking about like so like there were movies like that, right, where it's supposed to be seen as like shocking. You know, like a Clockwork Orange or something. Yeah. Like you're just like, oh my god,
16 Candles is just like
this is horrible. No, this is like cool. He's like, hey man, take my dad's like what the fuck is some crazy like Bentley or something. He's like, take my girlfriend too. Like she's on the pill. Like just fucking plow her and fucking throw her in the park. You're like, and then she wakes up, and then she like consents to it. And then it's okay, even though she's like blitz. And then the next day, she's like all happy. She's like, "Hey, we had a good time last night, right?" And he's just like, "Yeah." You're just like, "What the fuck is this movie, dude? Like, this is terrible." But as long as you don't look at it through like the 21st century, like or like 2021's like eyes, if you look at it from like what was that movie made, like 1981 or something? If you look at it from that perspective, you're like, this is one of the greatest movies of all time. If you look at it now, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Doesn't age well is what you're saying, dude.
I mean, the movie that ages the least well has to be like Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh god,
that movie is like one of my favorites of all time. Like, really is. And like, maybe this is like why I'm such a fucking just animal, but like, bro, like, there's so much fucked up shit in that movie. They're just like putting hidden cameras in like girls' things and just like laughing about it. And then the part where he dresses up like Darth Vader and like fucks that guy's girlfriend, and she thinks it was the other guy. It's like, bro, like you're like just promoting like trickery, like just dude. like trick you into fucking me.
What do we call those? Oh, like
and at the end, she leaves the guy for that guy. You're like, dude, this is
wasn't that what like an OG Houdini was, where you like turn the lights off, lay your girl down, walk out, tag your friend in, they'd be like, like, gotcha, dude.
Yeah,
it's fun, right? You had fun, right? Like, yeah. Do you know another movie that doesn't age well? We were talking about at work the other day. Do you remember Porky's?
Oh, Porky's epic.
Dude.
When they put all the dicks in the hole. Dude, that movie's godlike, dude.
Cherry, dude.
All
Cherry
those
red,
movies,
dude. Like,
all those movies, like, you couldn't make them if your fucking life depended on it today. You'd be like, hear me out. This is going to be a period piece. Okay? Like, there's going to be some, like, rapey shit going on. And or, like, some seriously, like, inappropriate, like, non-dick touching on, but like it's okay because it's supposed to take place. Dude, like
I thought all girls liked the way ball sack smelled after that, dude. Remember the girl that was like sniffing jock straps and like had sex with the teacher in the boys' locker room just so she could
the
like
chick
smell
from Sex in the City,
yeah,
Melissa,
Marissa, like that's
and she'd howl like a dog.
Yeah, Porky's
they're all just like laughing. No, and all those movies are great. Like that's the fucked up part about it. It's like, dude, it's like
so good. Dude.
If I had a daughter or something, I'd be like, don't watch this movie. But if I had a son, I'd be like, yo.
If I had a daughter, I'd be like, guess what movie we're watching tonight? She's like, what, Dad? Porky's, dude. Like, yeah, get ready, dude. You're gonna find out, dude.
No, I mean, they're good movies, but like, they're kind of crazy.
Yeah,
like a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. Fucking shit. That's true.
But they shouldn't be like
cast aside,
judged with the lens of of like the era. You know what I mean? Like they shouldn't be like to today's standards. Like obviously, like most of these people in the movies would be considered criminals. You know, but like
Yeah.
in that era, like everyone was
cool
watching
guy,
it.
dude.
People loved that movie.
Yeah.
No one walked out of 16 Candles back, and there was like full frontal nudity for like minutes in that movie, and it was rated like PG. You're just like, no, like, this movie is fucking out of control. But you know, no feminists were walking out of the theaters back then saying like, was it me or did that kid like rape that chick? It's like, well, like in today's standards it would have been, but like I don't know, back then like probably not. I don't think anyone complained about it.
No, I don't think so either.
They loved that kid. He was like a big star. He got his own role as like a hunk in a movie afterwards because everyone loved him from the guy who like unconsciously like banged out some chick from 16 Candles. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. And I'm not like condoning any of these, like, I'm not, hold on. What's the word? I'm not like promoting any of the fucking things in the movie. I'm just saying, like, it's not a bad movie. And at the time, it wasn't like seen as like something like so far-fetched. Well, because she was just like this, like, kind of thought. You know what I mean? She's like, this pill. She got her hair stuck in the door, and she's just like, you know what this is? And he's like, what? He's like, it means I can be as careless as I want, or some shit. And you're just like, Jesus Christ. You're talking about like taking loads like in the fucking vagine. Like, God
dude,
damn.
that's so crazy.
It's pretty lewd, but it was funny. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. It was one of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no Tarzan, dude. That's my favorite movie.
Tarzan.
With
What's
Phil
the
Collins,
anime,
bro. Yeah, dude. The fucking best soundtrack, bro.
It does have a good soundtrack.
Dude, In Sync and fucking Phil Collins, bro.
Yeah.
Just like fucking making words up and shit. They're like, yeah, it's the best fucking song, bro.
We used to just listen to that. That was a good record, dude. That was a good album. Man.
Shout out to Phil Collins, dude. He's such a legend, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he alone made that movie what it is today, dude. Like, Disney movies are notorious for being sad, but for some reason, dude, that one was fucking sad, dude.
Yeah.
That one was fucked up, dude.
The animation was really good, too.
Oh, that tree surfing.
Yeah,
dude.
it had some of the best like
damn,
animation at the time. It was pretty.
It was next level. I
I
thought it was pretty next level.
Looking better than Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's different. There's pretty epic like.
I liked Aladdin. I thought Aladdin was really good.
Aladdin was good.
I liked Lion King.
Lion King's good.
I never really liked like Beauty and the Beast that much, or like. There's just so many like girl type Disney movies that I just Sleeping Beauty and shit. I just never fucked with that shit.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is good.
It was alright.
It's good.
It was alright.
I like it because it's got that like that rapey vibe, you know?
Misogynistic shit. Yeah.
No, he's like, I'm gonna put you in prison till you like fall
Until you love me.
Like, what's that, Stockholm syndrome or some shit? Like,
But dude, that's real too, bro. That's so crazy, dude.
oh yeah, it is, dude.
Ugh. Yeah, I've watched too many.
That used to be like the romantic movies back in the day, dude. It's like, dude, okay, this is
you
remember.
just told a young girl that you were gonna marry her, and then she just like cried in a room for 4 years until she like accepted it. She's
Look,
like,
remember when we were talking the other day about what were we talking about? We were talking about like, oh, I was talking about what do you think about that weird allegation about the Rose Namajunas, the like strawweight champion of the UFC, like how someone accused like her husband of like creeping, like even though like obviously everything worked out good for them, like
he was
kind of grooming her or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, you remember the movie? I was thinking about that. I was asking like, you know, is there any situation that it couldn't be like a net positive thing, or like, you know, say someone wants to like say, because like okay, let me try and like think my thoughts out here. Remember the movie The Professional?
Yes.
So like, that movie's kind of,
you could argue that he was in love with this little girl.
Well, she loved him for sure.
Yeah.
And that movie, like, when it came out, like, no one, God, get this fucking, I'm just gonna knock it. No one kind of like thought it was weird.
No, for sure.
But nowadays, like, you hear like whispers of like, ooh, Professional is like a weird, you know, it's like kind of like a strange relationship between the two of them. It's like, yeah, there is. But, like, it's not like he wasn't trying to be sexual with her.
He was just trying
but
to
she
help her.
like loved him exactly,
Yeah.
and he even like sacrificed his whole life. All the things he worked for, his money with his fucking crime family people, all that shit. He just like
gives to her
exactly because he like wasn't living a life that like it was like
Worth
he was
living,
doing good, but like he thought that if
there was no purpose.
if I could help this one little girl who was in this fucked up house situation and like save her
bad situation that happened with her was almost like good.
Yeah, her mom was like dead, her mother-in-law was like a trick, like her dad was like an abusive piece of shit, her brother was like just some poor innocent like victim, and then like everyone gets killed except for her.
Yeah.
And the professional guy like saves her pretty much and like sacrifices his whole life to like better hers, you know what I mean? And then you're sitting there and it's like, oh, is this like weird and creepy? Is this guy grooming this like little girl to like one day fall in love with him and shit? It's like, bitch, she was in love with him. But like, is that grooming or is that like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like a crazy
person,
you know?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why.
I don't think it's grooming. I think it was a little
you're gonna come in and save this girl's life because like, one day she'll like get on.
I think
like,
that's a certain type of like thinking. Certain people think that everyone has like a vendetta or like someone's out to like get something, you know, and like, yeah, I'm gonna like be nice to this little girl so that when she's old enough she'll like love me, and like some people think that way, but I don't think that that's like. So
it's like the small town mentality of like seeing like someone come in on a car ride, but like they see him riding into town together and they're like, oh, they're having an affair or something. Yeah. Even though like she had a flat
tire. Some
people
just think
she had like a flat tire down the road.
Like helping her out.
And like all the people in the town are fucking each other and they're all just deplorable fucking just bags of shit, and like that's what their mind goes.
You almost want someone to be as shitty as you are, right? You're like,
yeah, like, oh,
I would do that.
They must be having an affair because like if someone saw me in a car on the outside of town together with someone, that's what I do. Exactly. So it's like, it's like, bro, don't project your fucking
shittiness,
bullshit onto like, yeah, it's like, can't The Professional just be like a good movie without it being like honestly, some fucked up situation?
The only awkward feelings you feel at that part is when she does that dance. And it's just creepy because you're like, and it's not creepy on his end. It's just like, dude, that's weird.
Yeah.
A little like I'm sure he felt weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Like what? Like, dude, you're fucking 10 years old, man. Like, chill out. But when you're that age, you want to grow up fast, right? Like, I remember feeling like when someone would be like, you're not old
He's
enough.
teaching her how to kill people.
Yeah.
He's teaching her how to be a fucking cleaner or whatever.
Cleaner, bro.
Yeah.
A professional. Bro.
She, like, shoots that politician with the paintball gun and gets away with it. And everyone's, like, freaking out. She's just all badass. Like, I did it. Like, I did something. Like, it's so crazy, too, because she goes to the guy at the end. She's like, I want to work. Like, he's like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, God damn it, it's over. He's like, she's all crying. Yeah, that movie's crazy. It's a good movie though. No, it's a good movie. Is. And if you're a fucking idiot, you can't look past the part where it's like, well, this guy's clearly like trying to take advantage of this. Like, look, it's like, shut the fuck up.
No, yeah.
It's like, God damn it, you guys are so stupid.
He's just trying to fucking give someone a new lease on life, dude. Yeah. Really.
And he makes the ultimate sacrifice.
Yep.
In a really cool fashion. Yeah, it's like this cool.
Like, this is from Matilda. Yeah, it's like so
blows the whole block up with like 8 fucking grenades.
What was that drug they were doing? Where the guy would like crack that pill in his fucking mouth and then go.
Dude, that actor is the best actor, bro. I can't remember his name right now, but he's so good. He's always good. He's in Gordon in fucking all the Batmans with what's his name?
He's in Fifth Element too.
He's in Fifth Element.
The guy with the grease coming out of his head.
He plays Elon Musk in Fifth Element, dude.
Yeah, he does, bro.
I saw a meme of that. It's like, I'm gonna tell my kids that this was Elon Musk, and it's a picture of him from like Fifth Element with like the plastic thing on the side of his head.
Why was he bleeding? What it was like mortar oil like coming out of his head or something.
I don't know.
I always remember that was the weirdest part. I was like,
The whole movie, dude. That whole movie is just bonkers,
just
bro.
crazy, dude.
They're gonna look back at that Chris Tucker scene and just be like, this is no, where
yeah, he's like the best, dude.
They're gonna think of it as like a racist thing. It's like, you guys are so fucking stupid. Just watch the goddamn movie and like appreciate it for what it is, not for what it could be.
Oh man, dude.
He's just like screaming around, like dancing, like it's got this cool like synth like beat going in his back. It's like boom, boom,
oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. What was his name in the movie too? It was like something so good. It was like fucking like I can't even think right now, dude. I'm like fucking. I don't know, but he was like so cool, dude.
And Fifth Element was epic too, because there was tons of titties in that movie.
Oh my god, the blue titties, bro!
Dude,
that girl like singing that opera song, dude.
No,
like,
in the beginning, if you actually pay attention, you straight see it's like Nip City from the main character chick.
Yeah.
It's like she's got this like strappy thing on, but really it's just like always like falling off to the side. And it's just like titties for dating. Like, this movie's PG-13.
I know.
It's like, how could they get away with this? It's like, is it because she's not supposed to be like human or something?
She's like a
God.
probably something like that.
She's like a physical embodiment.
She's not like male or female either.
Yeah.
They just like took that image for some reason, or I forget what it was, but
yeah,
that's a fucking good movie, dude.
Because she's like so.
I was gonna say that fucking he was Powerline in that movie, dude. That sounds funny.
Kind of got the same
It's
so good, dude. Oh shit.
Oh, fucking shout outs to the Fifth Element, dude. That's a good one, dude.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Blue is better, bro. That alien dude, I was just like, she was singing that song, I was like,
no.
And then like reach in her belly and take out all those things. I was like, yeah, I was like, let me fucking find out, dude. Like, what's up, dude? Like, stop. Shout outs to WoW. Shout outs to Drenai, dude.
Oh yeah.
Blue is better, bro. Blue is better, dude.
Like Rule 34, like me that shit.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
Good times, dude. Good movies. Good experiences, dude.
Definitely. They can't make movies like this anymore,
No,
bro. I want to go see like there's some movies I want to watch. I heard 8th Grade was good. My brother told me to watch it. He's like, it's pretty good. I still haven't seen 1990s, the skater movie.
Oh, mid-90s?
Mid-90s.
That's a fucking good one, dude.
I haven't seen that.
If you've ever skated, that's exactly what it's like.
I want to see there was a movie that was like the commercials made it look really like super bad-ish.
Okay.
But it's like little kids. They're like 12 instead of, I can't remember what it was called, but it looked really funny. And then like pandemic like just screwed it up. I think it was gonna come out like right in the beginning of the pandemic. I never got to
That's
see it.
so fucking shitty.
Or I might have slept and just like not went.
Yeah, it's already out.
It could have happened. No, I know it's out already. I'm sure it's watchable. I just.
That'd be pretty cool to watch, actually.
Yeah, people said it was really funny. It's like little kids, and they're just like doing all this crazy shit. It's like one day, like all this crazy stuff happens. Kind of like like a super bad type movie, but with like smaller children.
You know, that's a good movie that I always forget about. Drillbit Taylor, dude.
Rings a bell.
It's what's his name? I forget that. I'm so bad with actors' names, dude. It's like the fucking homeless guy that they like hire. It's fucking Owen Wilson. And he like says he's like a special op, like fucking military guy.
The guy with the broken nose.
Yeah, and they like hire him to like he's like getting all the kids are getting bullied at school and shit. And like,
oh, I've seen that movie.
And he cuts his fucking hand off with the samurai sword, or the finger off at the end of the movie.
That's a
the guy like goes to like kill somebody and he like grabs the sword and everyone's like, oh damn, and then it's like pinky falls off and they're like, oh damn, yeah, it's like the fucking best.
No, that was pretty good.
That's a good movie, bro.
It is pretty good.
All those like Wild Hogs or like
Wild Hogs are good.
Grown Ups. I don't know why. I think Grown Ups is a good movie
Grown Ups,
too.
okay. I like what was that one movie called, like College or something?
Oh, hold on. Accepted?
No.
Okay.
It was
College.
it was where those guys go back and like make a fraternity, and it's like all the old people. Like it's got Vince Vaughn and the same guy, like or the brother of Owen Wilson. What's the other guy's name? The guy with the big chin and like. He's like, "You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy." You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about.
And like, there's like an old man that joins the fraternity and he dies. Like happens in the movie. It's got like,
damn it,
Will Ferrell and like, bro, you know what this movie is.
It sounds so familiar, dude. I'm just like drawing a blank so hard. I'm like,
I can't remember what it's called. That movie's funny though.
I like all those guys.
Yeah. Like the Vince Vaughn
I
era,
love
like
Vince Vaughn.
comedic actors.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers is so
hands
good.
down, one of the best fucking movies, dude.
It is. It's
I
good.
don't know why it's so damn good, but it is. It's so funny. Like I can watch it to this day and still just laugh.
It's good, man. That's a good movie.
It's a fucking
That's a
classic
good ass movie,
bro.
dude.
Yeah, man. Vince Vaughn, dude. He was a legend, dude.
Pretty much one of the. I mean, he kind of crapped out at the end.
Yeah.
There. He made a lot of just dumb shit.
I think he was just hot for a minute, and they were just putting him in way too much, dude.
Yeah, there was like.
I thought he
I've
was,
seen a couple bad ones.
I thought he was good in Starsky and Hutch too, as the bad guy.
I like that guy too.
That's
Ben
a
Stiller,
dude.
I love Ben Stiller, man. Ben
Off the
Stiller,
trunk, Candyman. He's like, what?
he's like the first Meet the Fuckers movie.
Meet the Fuckers.
Meet
dude.
the Fuck, yeah, dude. That is one of the greatest movies. Like when he like,
That's like I always forget about
everything he does is just backfires. Like he's just trying to be cool.
that. The chest hair part, dude, when they're playing basketball,
And
he's like, I forget, is it his parents? There's a part where like, no, it's the girl he's marrying's dad is playing basketball with his dad, and he's like the hippie guy.
that's the second one. That's the second
Oh,
one.
the fucking hair, dude. They're like, he like fucking puts it all in his mouth and shit. It's the nastiest part, dude. It made me laugh so hard that I'm like,
No, that first one, whenever they're like playing water polo or whatever, he like spikes the ball in like the girl's face, like right before the wedding, and like breaks her nose in like a million pieces.
that's real life.
They're like,
dude.
get in the game, man. And he like does this epic spike. Look, what the hell's the matter with you? He's just like, what the fuck? Like it's
That's
so...
exactly that's real life, bro.
I
Like that is
know.
like people are like mad because you're not playing enough, and then you play too much, and they're like pissed off still. You're like, what do I do, dude? Like,
No, it's it's so good. That movie's so funny.
losing the cat, like, dude, that's like the biggest shit. Like, trying to impress your fucking like significant other's parents, that's the hardest thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
And then life is like, dude, it's stranger than fiction, bro. Like I've had moments like,
Meet the Fuckers,
bro, it makes me people would be like, this is unbelievable. Like you like shut the fuck up. Like you know what I mean? Like
movie, bro. Like,
no, yeah, like if you wrote it into like the newest like Meet the Fuckers, with like really like they're stretching it, like you know they're like, what can we come up with that we've never seen before? I've literally lived through like in-law experience that would have like they would have thrown it out. They've been like, what the fuck? Like, what do you think this is, dude? Like, you think these people are stupid? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, should I tell it? Have you ever heard the story? I feel bad because the guy's dead now. Rip Kenny. He was Oscar's stepdad, who was like, he drank a lot and he had a lot. He like had a motorcycle accident when he was younger and he was in a lot of pain, and that was how he like kind of medicated himself. He like broke his neck and his back, got run over by a fucking car. Like he skid his bike on like on a dirt road, like underneath the car, and it ran him over, and it just like fucked him up for a long time. But there was just, I don't know, it's kind of a fucked up story. Maybe I wouldn't tell it. It's funny as balls, but yeah, well,
we'll tell it off the podcast, and then we'll see. Maybe next time we can bring it up.
like it's kind of sad, but it's actually no. Fuck, I'll tell it. You know what?
Okay. Let's get serious here, dude.
This was my like Meet the Fuckers moment. Like we'd go over there sometimes and hang out because Oscar's like, hey, like my parents invited us over, and like they lived in this cabin up by Lake Woodford in this like kind of weird little tiny home. Kind of.
Okay.
It was like a small place, small kitchen, small living room, one little side room that was like an office, but and then there was a bedroom in the back, and like there was these steep steps, kind of jankily. Like I think it used to only be that one room.
Okay.
and that was like a legit cabin. And then they added on like a kitchen. It was a cabin and a bathroom, and then they added everything else on.
Damn, dog.
It was tiny. It was fucking tiny, and it was old property on like that Lake Wolford like area, that park.
Yeah.
And we're there, and he would just get drunk, dude. Like bad. Like he would just get drunk, and he'd get really drunk. And one night we were there hanging out, and he's telling me stories about, he was a hunter, so he'd tell me some like deer he saw one time. I'm like, just like, oh, okay, cool, like laughing about it. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. And he gets up and he's walking up those, no, okay, let me back up a little bit. He's like, you see this table here? He's like, you see this table? He's like, this table has been in my family, like, from, he like points this picture up on the wall, like, I mean, it's an old picture. He's like, they came here, like, on, like, the Pioneer, like, westward. They, like, settled in Ramona. Like, he was a, you know, he was, like, a carpenter and a farmer. He did everything. Like, the best generation. He's like, you see this table? He's like, he built this table with his bare hands. He's like, I've had it. It's been in my family forever. Like, he's like, they don't make shit like this. This is hand built by like my forefathers. He was like so proud of it. I was like, damn, dude, that's pretty cool. It was a nice table,
Yeah.
you know? And he's just like, all right, telling me all these stories. Then he gets up. He's like, I'm going to bed. And he's walking. And then Trish is like, wait, give me your keys before you go. And he's like at the top of the steps, and like it's like we're on the couches, and there's a couple like love seats here, and then the table's in the middle, and he's like walking up the steps, and the table's like behind them, and he's all he stops, and he's all wobbly. I mean, he's fucking
faded probably
to like the nth degree, bro. And he just stops, and he's like, he like looks back, and he starts to like lose his balance. And he's like, and he just jumps backwards on top of the table, just shatters, like the legs break up, fucking shit. Beer flies all over Trish's laptop. It's like sparking and like blowing up, and like me and Oscar are just like, oh. And he's just laying there, and he's like,
I fucking love this table.
He's just like, he gets up, and she's just like, I'm sorry, and he's just like, all I wanted to do was go to bed. Me and Oscar just like disappeared and like we just like walked out of the house. It was so bad,
dude. That's brutal. That's
it was so fucked up, dude. It was like I didn't laugh at the time. Like I was like, it wasn't funny, bro.
No.
It was pretty severe injury. I mean, he like just like jumps backwards, like scorpions, like backwards on top of the table, just shatters, like the legs break out, like the fucking. And it was.
Oh my god, dude.
So fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that's always hard, dude. I would have laughed so hard. I would have laughed so hard,
shit, dude. I was like, oh my god.
Like,
if he wouldn't have like talked up the table so much, like it wouldn't even like have been a story I would have like rehashed. But because it was like such a like fundamental part of that evening, he talked about it for like 20 minutes.
My next door neighbor, he used to be really tough. Like he was a tough kid. I'd never seen him like cry or like act like upset about something. He'd always make fun of us when we'd eat shit because we'd go like, "Fuck, I just fucked my arm up." And he'd be like, grow up, dude. Like you're fine. We're like out skating one day, and he fucking tries to like go off this ramp and like kickflip onto the next ramp. It was like one of those kicker ramps. It was plastic, and he would go to the other side, and he fucking lands on his ankles so hard, and you just see it just like so gnarly, and he just lets out this like
popping.
It popped a little bit, but he just lets out this fucking scream cry. He's like, "Go get my dad," you know? And I just start laughing, bro. Like I thought it was the fucking funniest thing. I'm like running over there, like knocking on the door, like. I think Brendan like broke his leg, and I'm just like laughing, dude. Like I felt so bad. I was just like, how do you not laugh in front of somebody? Like that's like the hardest thing, dude. Like he like went to the hospital. They were like, yeah, you just rolled your ankle really bad. He's like, he like thought he broke it and shit, dude. Damn. It was so funny, dude. The doctor just like
no, but when you roll your ankle like that, it is brutal.
I did it one time.
I've done it a couple times.
and I couldn't walk for a whole week, bro. I was fucked.
Oh, I had one that was.
I was trying to hit him.
I wasn't walking for a while.
I was trying to hit a manual pad. I was manualing on the manual pad, and then when I went to go off, I put my ankle down, and then my board pushed my ankle and just overrolled it, bro. Like it hurt so bad. Yeah, I couldn't walk for fucking like 5 days or something, dude. And it was just like a roll. Yeah, I was like, what the
Mine was like
fuck?
a Johnny Utah like Point Break. Like it was on I was like taking like bales of hay off a big stack. It was like 40 feet tall or something. And I was like kind of going down to where like I felt like I could jump off of it, but it was fucking high, bro. And I jumped off, and when I jumped off like 1 foot forward, and that one that originally hit the ground just went sideways.
Fuck, bro.
And it was like,
were you in boots too?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
it was
fuck, dog.
And I was just like, I was like holding my leg, just screaming, dude. And it fucked it. I couldn't walk right for a long time after that. That fucked me up. And then that same ankle I've like rolled multiple times because it's just not the same anymore.
Oh no, dude.
It's kind of.
It's like weak now, dude. It's susceptible to being
It's a little janky.
Oh my god, there's nothing worse than a rolled ankle too. I don't know why, dude.
Yeah,
that shit hurts so bad, dude. That and like a hang.
There was like something sticking out of it. I like looked. It was like a USB. So I like plugged it into like some Chinese virus. I'm like, fuck.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, janky.
No. You never want to fucking jump from anything. Remember that time we make fun of Tim because he like never did anything, and we like went outside.
Because we jump off his roof into the pool.
Yeah, and we were like climbing on that wall by the cars, and like Tim was like, I've never like climbed that, and we were like jumping off, and he's like, I don't think I could do that. And we were like, you could do it, dude. And he like fucked his leg.
He's
up
so
bad,
big, dude.
Yeah,
I knew that wasn't the best idea.
It was the craziest.
He probably weighed like 300
We like felt
pounds.
so bad. We were like, you.
Well, I remember I jumped off of that wall one time. I would do it all the time. One time I jumped off. You know how sometimes if you like, you're swinging, you get sick air, and you jump off. And every once in a while, when you lay on the ground, like the top of your foot will start tingling, like really bad and burning.
Yep.
And you're like, oh shit! And it lasts for like a minute, and then it kind of goes away. That happened to me once off that wall. So I tried to play it off. I tried to make it seem like it didn't hurt, but I was like,
dude, bruising the bottom of your feet too.
Yeah.
One time I went skating with Maddie B and Chris, and there was this fucking like gap. It was just so far, but it was like a big drop too. And Maddie B was like kind of scared. And I was like, bro, if I jump this just on with my feet, like you'll be able to like you can ollie it. And he's like, okay. And I had fucking Vans on, dude, those classic Vans. Fucking jumped as soon as I landed, dude. I bruised both the bottom of my feet, just screamed out loud. Like it was so bad, bro. My heels were fucked up, dude.
I did that once.
Oh god, dude. I don't know why I did it, dude.
I did it once.
I was fat, dude. Like I was like, I got this, bro. Like fucking check this shit out.
Yeah, I did it once when we were like kids, like we were younger, doing like martial art, like drills or something, and the thing was to like knock them down, like get up and like stomp on their face. And I was practicing it, like just like you just do it in your head or whatever.
Yeah.
Do the thing, dun, dun, dun. It's like a fucking bullshit thing. But like I did it, and I just tried to stomp as hard as I could one time, and I did it like a couple times, and then I did it one more time, and the bottom of my heel after that was so fucked up. And I was just
crazy.
like, why did I do that? I was like, I'm so stupid. I was like, not have to fucking like kill the pad. You know what I mean? You're like killing the floor. You're fucking your foot up, you dumbass. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, it was so dumb. And I couldn't walk good for like a week. So I was like, what the hell did I just do to myself?
You just gotta fucking try your hardest, bro. That's what it was, man.
Pretty much.
Trying to be the best you could be, dude.
Just trying to impress my fucking like little.
You're like family that like there for the first time.
Just
You're
breaking
like,
someone's fucking head
like,
off. Like, just smashing someone's head into the ground. Figuratively.
Do you love me now, dude?
He was never there.
I'm just kidding.
My mom was there.
He was never there.
She was just drinking wine, fucking driving us home drunk, dude. Like, I remember one time we were, let's go to Blockbuster, man. It was me, Riley, Joey. I can't remember who else was with us. And We were young, dude. We were like in mid-rincon age.
Oh shit, dude.
And she's like, my mom's kind of like a low-key alcoholic. She was just drinking, bro. Like, I'll take you guys to, and then she was like kind of swerving, and we're like, dude, I made a comment. I was like, can you just like not drive like a fucking like jackass or something? And then she's like, oh yeah. She's like played chicken with the car on this fucking road.
Oh,
she's like, you guys think I'm driving scary, huh? She's like, just goes into like this car's like flashing us the back. We're like, fucking stop! Like, what are you doing? We're like all freaked out. She's like, just driving like get out of this car. And then the last second she like swerves off. And she's like, fucking pussies. We're all crying and shit. Dude, Joey always told me that. She's like, dude, your mom like drove us to Blockbuster, like. That shit like traumatized me. I was like, oh, no, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. That shit wasn't cool. He's like, it was so crazy. Like, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with
dude,
it? I was
it's
like
driving with like an old person, dude. Like, I remember I'd always just want to hang out with you guys, and like when you were living on Juniper.
Hold on, before this thought X's my mind, it was like. She's like, don't worry, like you guys can rent whatever like rated R movies you want or something. You know, it's like when you get spanked, you're like,
I must get you guys so you guys get one game each.
Like, you guys can rent a game too. You guys can rent a game and a movie.
Yeah, you guys can get the $8 milk duds at the fucking counter. You're like, yeah.
He's all nice to us afterwards and shit.
No, but my grandma would always drive me places, but she couldn't see anymore, dude. And it would just be the most terrifying experience ever. It'd be like, she'd always be like, we'd be on the freeway, like trying to get off a exit. And she'd be like, hey, I can't see. Is there anyone in that lane next to me? And I'd just be freaking the fuck out. I'd be like, don't turn. Like, I'd be freaking out, dude. She was just the worst driver, dude. Yeah. The honk turns where you're changing lanes, you don't even use the signal. You just like, bam, like. Just like warn people next to you and shit.
Yeah, well, my mom's a terrible driver too. That's also like growing up in that like just insane driving atmosphere. Like a lot of people have like weird like
PTSD.
I remember I drove someone one time somewhere and they were like all tripped out. I was like, "What's wrong, dude?" Like I'm just getting kind of tripped out when other people are driving. I'm like, I'm not driving crazy though. He's like, no, it's just something. I'm like, okay. Then I'm like, fuck, man. Like, my mom was crazy. She'd be doing no bullshit. She'd be on the phone, driving with her knees, doing makeup in the mirror while she's driving. Wouldn't even be, and we'd just be sitting there, just like,
yeah. I hope we make it safely, dude.
But after a while, it's like
normal.
What the fuck can I do?
Yeah, you can't do much.
If I talk shit, she's gonna like just like.
If you try to grab the steering wheel and steal for her, she'll like fucking slap your hand.
But there were some really like we'd almost get in wrecks all the time, and it was pretty sketchy. But like now, I don't really have a lot of like
fear,
road anxiety when people are driving. Like I'm just like, at least you're looking at the road, and your hands are on the wheel. Like
my thing is like,
it's not that bad. The scary thing is now that there's more people distracted. Like she was the one distracted person, but everyone else was like kind of like.
Because I get nervous driving with Megan. Because sometimes she'll be trying to tell me a story
while she's driving.
Yeah, and she's just totally looking at you. Like, yeah, she's totally just into the story and like,
why you know son this story, Brandon?
There's someone coming. She's just like, what? I'm just like, stop telling the story. Just drive us, please, God. Like, it's the most terrifying thing to me. But I'm not trying to like talk shit, but you just know the person, right? It's like you just know how they are, and you know how distracted they get, and you're just like, you're gonna really try and tell me this story right now, or like it's crazy to me, dude. I'm like, please just drive us there, dude. Like, don't say a word. Let's just put the radio on, and like concentrate, dude. Like, I'm such a concentrated driver. Like when someone's trying to talk to me when I'm driving, I can't hear anything they're saying. I just in one ear out the other, bro. Yeah, I'll just like, yeah. She's like, you're not even listening to me. I'm like, I'm just trying to get us there safe. Dude.
Yeah, that trips me out how much I can autopilot. Like I can like entertain people while I'm driving. Like I'm just not even looking at the road. But I don't crash ever. I'm pretty good at it.
I think if you
until I'm not. But like like
if you drive, I drive the same way places. The same way. I never change. Like I drove my brother somewhere once. He's like, this way is faster. And I was like, I don't drive that way, dude. Like,
I do.
I'm such a like.
I try to do it better every time. Like,
I just try to.
Even my lines, like my lines down the mountain, I try to always make them like perfect in my mind.
I feel like I do it like this, so I'm never lost. I never not know where I'm going because I always go the same way. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of anxiety for me when I don't know where I'm at. So instead of navigating all the time, I would just drive the same way, so I would learn where I was going. Kind of, it just put
repetition.
Yeah, it was like a little trick that I would do, but then it would make me laugh when someone was like, "Damn, dude, you took the long way, dude." I'm like, "This is the only way to me, dog." Like, there is no short way.
Yeah, I like to take different ways. Like, I always make that joke that like Vincent's house is like in the worst position to be. Like, it's next to everything, but like, what's the best way to get there? Like, there's like 20 ways to go, and it's like, I don't know which ones. They're all like okay. Not one of them is like such a direct way.
Yeah.
That it's like a clear cut, obvious choice. So like, you kind of have to like. Well, I'll go down Country Club, or I'll go down fucking Center City, or maybe I'll cut through the LA Fitness parking lot, and like maybe I'll go down Sunset or get to Rock Springs to get it's like which way to go. It's like, who knows? Like, but I like to kind of just go different routes every once in a while, just to see. Especially if I see someone else going a different way, I'll be like, I want to go this way and see if I get there first.
Yeah.
And then you drive all fast, and then you're like, next time I can't drive fast, I gotta drive normal, so that like I'm not giving myself any like
advantages or anything. That's so fucking funny. Yeah, Vincent's. I never really thought of it like that.
Because it's in that one spot where like if you're trying to get to the freeway, there's like literally like 80 ways to go.
Yeah.
But the one way to get on, there's the fastest way to get on the 15 north, but that's not going towards anything. So it's,
damn, that's crazy.
It is. So like if you're trying to go like 15 south or 78 any which way, like there's like literally like a million ways to go, and none of them appear to be better than
any
the
other
next
one.
So it's
Damn.
like fuck, like there's a lot of I mean, I do kind of know the fastest way to do it, but I still experiment with things.
You gotta experiment, bro.
Yeah.
Except when you're afraid to fucking get lost, dude. Then you just like go the same way, dude.
Alright.
I gotta like learn how to fucking drive like you, bro.
Like what?
I don't ever vary, dude.
Oh.
I don't ever experiment while I drive. I just think driving is so like not dangerous.
You don't have to, but it's something to keep my mind is, I have to keep it like entertained for the most part. So I'll like do different
See, I like to teleport drive. I like to like drive and then just like come to as I'm like parking in my house, and I'm like, how the fuck did I get here, dude? Like,
I do that a lot too.
Because I think it's just like you go the same way so much that you just like.
That's scary. I have moments where I'm driving on the freeway and I'm like, I haven't paid attention to anything in a long time. Like if something bad were to happen, I'd have been fucked.
Yeah, dude.
Like you realize you're kind of spaced out. Like you're not looking in the direct. You're not following. Actually looking at the road. Yeah, you're just like. And then you look around, you're like, am I even in the same lane that I was? Like,
well, sometimes you don't even know really how you got there. Like, sometimes I'll be like, dude, I don't remember any of that drive.
That happens every once in a while.
Like, I'm like, I don't even know how I'm here right now. Like
where I'm supposed to turn, but like, I'm just so like, just.
Yeah.
Like, I just drive like past. I'm like, and then I'm like, wait, where am I? And I'm like, fuck, I missed it. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, dude.
That happens.
Fucking dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Well, you want to like wrap this up?
Let's wrap
Say
it
any
up.
pro tips or something?
Fucking, I will give one pro tip this week for the comic of the week. It's gonna be Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries #2, dude.
Nice.
Fucking good read over here. Sometimes you gotta shake it up a little bit and read something more fun, I think. You know, comic books are always fun, but I think there's certain ones that are just a little bit more entertaining. Fucking shout outs to fucking Scooby-Doo, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries, that show back in the day was
so good, dude. No,
all the Scooby-Doo spin-offs, like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. Sonny and Cher, dude.
Yeah, that one was whack, bro. That one was fucking whack,
up,
dude. No, that one was shit. Compared to the Batman one, dude, it was shit. Don't lie, dude. Don't go find that.
I just love Cher. I was like in love with
I was
her.
just a fan of Hanna-Barbera, like cartoons.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Like all those were good. My favorite cartoon back in the day was Wacky Races.
I was just gonna say that.
Wacky Races is my all-time favorite.
Is that a newer cartoon though?
No, it's from the. That's one of the oldest.
Before we wrap this up, I have one thing that I hate. There's this guy at my work that's older than me. He's like maybe like 50 something years old, and I'll always try to like relate with him.
Well, if you're talking, okay, hold on. If you're talking like newer cartoon compared to like
Yogi the Bear or like
no, that was like Yogi era. I mean, like if you're thinking like the oldest Looney Tunes or like Tom and Jerry, like that's older.
Definitely.
I guess it would have been like second gen cartoon making like Yogi and shit like that. But Wacky Races was just, it was a cool premise.
It had every character from all those shows, dude.
There was, yeah, and then they would win.
Yep.
Like, and someone would win every time, and it was always different. And the only thing that was like always the same was that the bad guy would always get a lead, and then try to pull a Rust thing and like sabotage everybody and end up fucking himself over. Like that was like the one thing that would happen.
It was the best bit, bro.
And the dog would be like,
yeah. I was trying to tell this guy about it because he's like talking about all those old
Who was your favorite Wacky Racer though?
I think the old guy with the dog that would fucking like laugh like that. I don't know why. I thought he was
the
so
bad
cool.
guy.
Yeah.
What was his name? Victor. Man, I used to know all those people's names.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Shit, I can't remember.
He had the coolest car though.
He was cool.
Like,
Look at the Batmobile kind of.
Fuck yeah, it did, dude.
Yeah, all these gadgets and shit. He's all badass. My favorite guy was the Chug-a-Bug wagon, the one with the like hillbilly guy in the bear. Those guys were badass.
Was Droopy in there as well?
Who?
The dog that was always like high on like crack. He'd be like, "Boy, I'm so happy to be here." And like, I swear he would race on that shit too. Maybe. And he had like a sun dog. I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe. I can't remember. I know there was like the Mr. Wonderful guy. There was the princess chick. There was. They're like, I like the mobster car too. They were my other favorite. The Anthill Mob.
Yeah, dude.
The Anthill Mob. Those guys were pretty badass.
Fucking sick, dude.
But the Chug-a-Wug wagon, dude. Those guys. No bullshit. Whenever they won an episode, they had the best episodes that they'd win, and that's how I was like, you know what, these guys are my favorite. Because like the most exciting episodes, they would always win. I was like, they're doing this shit on purpose, bro.
Those cartoons were good, dude.
They're like, yeah, and like some other guy would win. They would just be like, they just no sell the shit out of it. They're just like, oh, he takes the lead at the last second, and you're like, okay. And then whenever they won, they'd be like, put the moonshine in the engine. They're like nos it. Like drive up the side of like a wall and like pass everybody, and you're just like, what is this shit? These guys are badasses, dude.
Shout out to all the knockoff Scooby Doo's too. Do you remember like Jabberjaws, like the shark one?
Oh yeah, that's Hanna-Barbera's like
the buggy one that talked and shit. Like, it was like always like it was like a friend with red hair. You're like, Jesus Christ, this is just
all knockoff bullshit. Yeah. Just trying to cash in on the hype,
dude. They knew it was good, man.
Yeah, like how they'd be walking through and there'd be the walls all the same color, and there was just this one part that was like a different color. And you're like, someone's definitely gonna break through that wall right now. And it's like, and you're just like, yep.
Fucking shit, dude.
Yeah. No, I was my tip. I heard that we gotta go check this out.
Okay.
That Round One opened in Burbank. And it has like all the like best retro games on like cats, like ST, CBS 2s on a New Net City. They have Alpha 2. They have
why is it just this
Alpha
one?
3. They have all kinds of shit. What?
Why is it just the one in Burbank? Isn't there one in Temecula?
The one in Temecula is dog shit.
Fuck, I've never.
It has 4 Vuelix cabs, and they're running like a emulator fucking thing. No, I mean, I guess it's kind of legit, but they have like Ultra, right? They have Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4, which is kind of cool, but like, and then the one back in City of Industries that we used to go to back in like 2011, 2012 and shit, like that one kind of sucked ass too. They only had Third Strike. They had Third Strike and they had Street Fighter 4, but this one in Burbank, which is like on the other side of LA, closer towards like, what's his name hit me up, Kushbot.
Okay.
Hit me up and he's like, bro, a Round One open in Burbank. We went there and it is like lit as lit can get. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, it has like all the games. Third Strike, CBS 2, Alpha 2, Street Fighter 2, fucking all on Cavs, all legit. And I'm like, bro, we got to mob up there one day and just like,
that'd be pretty sick,
because you can make a day out of a Round One.
Oh hell yeah!
You can go bowling, you can go karaoke, you can get food, you can chill out, you can play. And I was just like, damn, dude, this sounds fucking badass.
That'd be pretty sick, dude.
It'll be cool.
I'd be down to fucking go, dude.
Yeah, especially because Don's isn't open any like as of right now. I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, there's not really anywhere to play like arcade cabinet wise.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
Burbank, bro.
but yeah,
Future.
I mean, round one you just gotta wear a mask and fucking whatever. Sounds fucking badass, dude. I was like, I'm all about it. He's like, come down, we'll play, and then we'll go to Tommy's house and play more. I'm like, all right, I'm down.
Dude, good shit, dude. Well,
All right.
Burbank it is, dog.
I'm down. Let's check it out.
I'm down as fuck, dude.
We gotta just plan a trip down there. It'll be cool. All
That'd be
right.
sick. Later,
Peace,
guys.
everybody. Fucking throwing up gang signs and shit. Oh, my back. Oh.